Blunderbuss. Blunderbuss. Rob's crazy.
Colombian toothless!
Blunderbuss.
Blunderbuss, okay.
Blunderbuss. Blunderbuss.
Are you crazy?
Bloomies.
Are you stroking your cock?
No, I want to stroke yours. I'm going to take you down the creek and chop your goddamn head off of my machete and throw you in the creek, you son of a bitch, and throw your ass head at your damn dying ass, you nasty mouth, ugly, ignorant son.
How do you spell it? How do you spell it?
Okay. BLUNGERBUSS.
Mr. Bus, Blunderbuss, okay. Bus, okay.
Clearly wrong.
I got to play a phony phone call for you. This is using Artie's dice argument.
Ooh.
Artie calling Ralph's Auto Repair, or someplace like that it's called. There's a guy named Ralph. You have to find a place that has Ralph in it.
Yeah, because he really went off on Ralph.
No.
Ralph and John?
Yeah.
Who's this?
Come on. Well, how long should I wait for the $5,000, Ralph? You tell me. How long should I wait for the 5 Gs?
I don't know who this is, because this isn't Ralph.
You're actually funny now, Ralph. Now you're saying funny, creative shit. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, dude.
Who is this?
What are you trying out? Not to pay me? Is that the experiment we're working with?
Yeah, if I don't want to pay you, I'm not going to pay you. But this isn't Ralph. So who am I?
So how is that my problem?
It's not your problem. Who am I speaking with?
You're really fucking pissing me off. You really are.
Good. Well, come on down here. I'll smack the shit out of you, and then you'll even be more pissed off. How's that?
Fuck off, Ralph.
Go fuck your mother.
You're saying stupid shit.
Go fuck your mother.
You fucking piece of shit.
Go fuck your mother, you cunt.
You faggot.
You cunt.
You cocksucker.
Ralph and John.
Listen to me, dude. Listen. We're in the same business, and I'm saying there's sort of... I've
The
been
only
doing
business I'm in is fucking you in the ass.
Get
How's
paid
that?
usually, if not that night.
Come over, I'll fuck you in the ass. I'll give you $5,000, okay?
Oh, God.
Ralph and John.
I was not upset at the beginning of this conversation, nor was I upset yesterday. I just mentioned, you know what, I haven't gotten the money yet. You were a little surprised that I didn't get the money, correct?
I said go fuck your mother. Who's this?
What do you know about making money, Ralph? Go jerk off to Star Trek.
I gotta jerk off to your mother's picture.
Yeah.
And I gotta fucking jerk off on your mother's picture.
You faggot.
You fucking cunt.
You cocksucker.
You cunt.
Who are
Your
you,
mother's
you
a
zero?
cunt. Your father's a cunt. Your sister's a cunt. You're a cunt. Why don't you come down here, whoever the fuck you are, you cunt.
You cocksucker.
Nice.
Wow, what a great set of phone calls.
The funny thing is that guy said he wasn't even Ralph in the beginning.
I know.
That's John from John and Ralph's. Yeah.
But so, I clearly overreacted. Robin was right again. I listened back, and I think Robin had the...
You got a lot of hate mail, like people losing respect for you. And
People had respect for me?
Yeah, they were like,
They didn't know it until they lost it.
we don't like Artie anymore.
Right.
But there was a lot of people on your side. There were a lot of people who wrote in.
Well,
and
there
said,
were about 150 people at the Best Damn Sports Show taping that all were on my side.
Well, there you go. Someone told me they heard that high-pitched mic. Is he here? Because I heard he was making out at a bar the other night with a guy.
Really?
I'm on.
Here's what I heard, Howard.
What'd you hear?
The report I got was that I'm hearing a lot of reports about him, actually.
Whoa.
One of them was that he went out with a guy that even he sort of felt was out of his league, so he couldn't get any. And then I heard he's been sort of interested in a guy who was like sort of an American Idol reject, like one of those people who tried out but never made it to the main show.
Oh, my God.
What's happening over
Artie's
there?
covering his face so he doesn't make any jokes. So what are you hearing? You hearing any of these reports?
We don't have a thing on this, but remember, this is a guy who would not let us into his apartment to see the television that everybody
Because he
wanted
didn't
to know
want you to
about.
find out he was gay.
So,
now
so
he's
he's
out of the closet.
well, I mean, what is his apartment decorated? Like,
I guarantee you now. I guarantee you now he let you in his apartment.
I don't know about that.
I think he was trying to hide it.
Yeah, probably you would have walked in and seen that he was gay.
This is what the guys are telling me, because it's funny. It's just great because you realize being gay and straight, it's all the same stuff. He met a guy.
Yeah.
Guy was really good looking. Was talking. Was talking to him. I guess they were like flirting, and like he was buying the guy dinners and stuff. And then he went to a bar. He thought it was sort of like a date, and then the guy was making out with another guy.
Artie, keep your face covered because we don't want to know that you're really laughing. How did he meet the American Idol region?
The guy hangs around here from time to time. He's been at some shows here. If you saw him, you'd know who he is.
So he met the guy here?
Yeah, but I gotta tell you, he's getting brazen. I was in his office, and he pulls up this website of a bunch of guys with their shirts off, like 50 guys, and he goes, Gary, see if you can figure out which one is my type. So like I had to sit there and guess which shirtless guy was his type.
And there's a blind guy. He's got an office.
Mike, I hear, is getting like radical gay. He no longer accepts straight guys on his Facebook page. Is that true?
Wow.
I don't know, but I mean, it sounds like he's sort of, coming into his own.
Right.
Facebook page. Brazen Facebook page. Oh, good looking guy.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, compose
Well, it's me, Eric. Just wanted to talk to Howard about a couple of things. The fact that my life sucks. Of course, I won't be able to say that on air. And I absolutely need you guys to take me serious about having you guys help me get a job. No prank calls from Richard Christie pretending to be some employer looking to hire me. What I need is the real deal. I've appreciated, the $3,000 that I've gotten from the show.
This kid is 1 foot tall. He's in a wheelchair. And I don't know how to get him a job.
I was going to say, what does he do? Does he do anything besides watch American Idol?
I could be a solid gold dancer.
He can voice it. Doesn't he sound like an evil character? Like,
I'll get you, man. I'm currently working as a picnic bench.
So, since I've been calling in, it's 2002.
You will work for me, digging up dead bodies. He will bring dead bodies to life. You will carry your little 1 foot frame into the graveyard. I will lower you on a piece of dental floss. I will work for you, master. I'll do anything for you, master.
The old saying goes, if you give a man a fish, you feed him for one night. But you teach a man to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. That's what I need.
Your job.
Not exactly for you guys to
he wants us to
fish, but for you guys to have
Send him a can of tuna fish.
Yeah, you can become a fisherman. That's what.
What if you use a man as bait? What does that get?
let's put him on a hook and throw him in the ocean. Teach him how to
Give
fish.
me rats and spiders to eat. I'm a midget philosopher.
put me out by getting a job and getting more money than
Get my
what you
coffin
guys are
ready.
giving me.
Open my coffin so I can be in it before sunrise. You 1 foot freak. Yes, master. Here is a bug I caught. You may eat it for breakfast.
Thank you for the bug, master.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for the spider goulash.
And plus more money than what SSI gives you a month, which is a joke to be stuck on SSI. That's why I'm so desperate to get a job.
Bring me young virgins to drink the blood of.
Okay? Bye for now.
Where is he?
Eric, out. I'm in my underground lair.
Come with me, you 2-inch freak. We will kill young virgins together.
Yes, master.
Let's dig up dead bodies, and we'll attach the electrodes to the nuts and bring them to life.
You have to put my brain in a normal person's body.
Please, master, you said you would take my brain and put it into a regular midget's body. Who's 2 feet tall?
Hello,
Yeah, can I speak with Eric, please?
this is him.
Hey, Eric, I heard you on the Howard Stern show today about looking for a job. I'm calling you about that. I called the office and got your number.
Okay.
Yeah, my name's Dick Buffman. I'm the owner of CWA California Wrestling Alliance. I hear you're into wrestling.
Yes, I am.
We'd love to get you involved in the organization.
I have to think about that.
Well, can I tell you a little bit about it?
Sure.
Okay. I have a character design for you that I'd like to tell you about. It's called the Bat. What'll happen, your partner will actually throw you at the other wrestlers, and you will latch on to him and bite their necks. Would you be interested in that?
Actually, no, I wouldn't. This doesn't sound like something I would actually be interested in doing.
I was going to ask you, too, are you afraid of heights?
No.
Well, because we were thinking, too, if you're not interested in actually having the wrestlers throw you, we might drop you from the rafters once in a while. We've actually designed this costume with working bat wings that would allow you to actually glide down from the rafters if you'd be interested in that.
No, thank you.
Eric, you know who this is?
No.
Take a guess.
Captain Jinx.
Guess again?
I don't have any idea.
It's your arch nemesis.
Oh.
Do you know?
Yes, Richard Christie.
How you doing, Eric?
I'm all right.
Did you think that was real?
No, because I've never heard of CWA at all.
Oh, so are you mad at me?
Yes.
Master, we must get Richard Christie.
Wait a minute, this isn't Dick Buffman?
Master, we will get him tonight. We will get our revenge on him. I will lift you up, and you will spit in his face.
You mean Dick Buffman?
No, I keep telling you, there is no Dick Buffman. Why won't you believe me? There is no such a name as Dick Buffman.
They won't drop me from the ceiling? Dick Buffman.
I'll pick you up and you can bash him in the stomach.
We have to get Dick Buttman. Please, master.
You can sit on my head and then spit at him.
I don't want any more calls from Richard Christie.
Yeah, my arch nemesis.
I liked when he said, well, I'm not sure. I have to hear more.
We're going to drop you out of a ceiling with bat wings.
By the way, Gilbert would have accepted that job in 2 seconds.
They're going to throw you at the other wrestler.
Gilbert's agent would have
Where
said,
do I sign?
Where do I quit? Where's the car picking him up?
Well, what else could he do?
Eric turned us down, so did you do it?
Master.
You're doing the paperclip.
Hi, this is the toaster. This is Eric the toaster.
I was wondering if I had any more Eric bits, but I don't know. They're too hard to find.
I would love to see a character of the Bat, by the way, in wrestling. I would love
That's a
that.
great idea. Somebody ought to take that.
Here comes Superfly Snuka. Whoa, the Bat!
You better get me a job.
Eric the Bat is latched on to Superfly's neck.
You said you'd operate on me tonight and make me into a real person.
I will. It's me, Eric.
Instead, you tried to bring the Frankenstein monster.
The fact that my life sucks. I won't be able to sit out on there. And I absolutely need you guys to take me serious about having you guys help me get a job.
I could be an erotic dancer.
To Richard.
I want to work in a strip club.
Yes.
Hey, where's my other Eric the Midget stuff?
Is Chippendale still hiring?
I keep dropping subtle hints that I need help with getting some Eric the Midget stuff. There's not one
There's
person.
not a person out there listening.
No, it's incredibly slow out there today. Yeah.
I got it on CD, but I think there's some stuff where I called Gary the Retard with Eric's voice on call.
Oh, is that what it was? Yeah, that's what it was.
You promised you'd put my brain in Webster's body.
Asked you to do a benefit for Prada Willie?
Well, listen, this was awful. This was just the worst night of my life. I mean, guy did a good... My buddy asked me months ago to do a benefit for kids, like do stand-up up in Boston. I'm like, yeah, I don't care. So I don't know what it was for. So we're on our way to Boston Saturday, and he goes, listen, man, I know in your act you talk about I eat a lot and you're heavy now, and you can't do that here. I'm like, why? He goes, well, you know what this is for? I'm like, no. He goes, this is for kids and, you know, the parents of kids who have Prader Willi disease. I'm like, what is that? He goes, well, they don't have a 15th chromosome, this kid, and their brain doesn't tell them when they're done eating. So these kids will just eat and eat and eat, and they'll shovel it in and shovel it in, so don't do any food jokes.
Oh,
and I'm
no.
like, oh, fuck, without food jokes, you know, what am I the only other thing I got is bashing the gays. I got nothing.
Right.
So I go up there, and there's an enormous buffet at the Prader Willi buffet.
Were the kids there with the disease?
No, they didn't show, but the
If they
parents...
saw the buffet, they go...
Yeah,
Exactly.
they have to tie them down.
That's not even a joke. Like, they go nuts. They run towards the buffet, and, of course, I overeat at the Prader Willi buffet.
Right.
And... like, I stuff food down. I can't stop eating because I got drunk first and I couldn't stop eating. Like the disease. So, before I go on stage, they show a video of these children. 15-minute video. It's the saddest. Before I go up, I got to follow this. The saddest video you ever saw.
Well, what's in the video?
And the video is all the children that have this disease and the parents struggling with dealing with them, and the parents look like they're going to explode with exhaustion. They can't. The kids don't sleep. They have too much energy, and they have to always monitor them because they won't stop. They'll eat themselves to death.
And they're all real fat, right?
They're all enormously obese. So there's the one they focus on is a 17-year-old girl who's 400 pounds. Mm-hmm. And the parents have to hire these enormous bodyguards and put padding up all over because when the ice cream truck goes by...
Oh, man. When the ice cream truck comes by, what happens?
When she hears the bells...
What?
What are you doing over there?
What do they do? What do they have to do?
When she hears the bells...
Oh, my God.
When she hears... I'm sorry, God. I'm sorry. The parents are sleep deprived. When she hears the bells for the ice cream truck, she gets up and goes, ah! She's just jumping around.
You're very sensitive.
It's thunderous. The house is moving.
Like fucking boom, boom. They hire these enormous bodyguards.
You know, guys that live there to tackle her?
Yeah, well, they hire these guys who like used to play for the Bears. Like Mike Singletary lives with them, and they have to tackle her.
Oh, that's
and there's all pads and
they show a film of that, and then they go, here's Artie Lang.
Well, this is what. Oh God, they show a film, and it's so sad. It's like, and all the parents are there, and you know, it's heartbreaking, and literally, like, it ends with these kids maybe dying, and it fades.
Oh my God!
It fades to black.
I never heard of this syndrome.
It fades to black.
They did a whole special on it, like on
They did, and
how many kids have it?
And I had seen the special. It fades to black, and the guy goes, "Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, from the Howard Stern Show, Artie Lang."
You're very sensitive, Artie Lang.
So I go up, and every instinct I have as a comedian is to say, look, I have this disease. Clearly.
Just to jump on a table and eat some rolls.
But this huge buffet had, you know how weddings had to have carving stations?
Yeah.
I was at the carving station like all night. I couldn't stop going. So my first joke was, I've been cut off at the carving station. And it like gets oozed. Nobody and goes, oh, is this guy gonna make fun of eating? Like boo, you know, people are booing. And then I just, oh, I'm sorry. And then
say I'm working for free.
It was a real awkward moment. Like, thank God, because they said thank you. And then I went into some jokes about the Red Sox as it was in Boston, and I made a joke about Bill Buckner. They booed it. Now I'm bombing.
Way to win over the crowd.
I don't know what to do. So at the end, there was an old guy not laughing in the front, and I got mad, so I got dirty, because I was being clean. I got dirty, and I said fuck in the joke. And when I said fuck in the joke, the old guy goes, he loves fuck. So I just ended dirty. And exactly.
Hey, look at this.
And then I got off the stage. It was, I mean, they were happy. They were happy I went, but.
All right.
Can I go now?
No, but you do laugh at everything. I heard one of his favorite movies of all time is Look Who's Talking. True?
All right, second favorite.
Listen, I think listen. It's not one of my most favorite movies of all time. John Hine.
I would give Problem Child 5 stars.
No, I wouldn't give that 5 stars actually. But I think it's a funny movie. What do you want from me?
All right.
Sorry. Listen, I like a lot of other.
What do you like when the baby's talking?
Look, it's a baby, and it's talking. Yeah. That's a baby talking. Babies don't talk. Hey, look, it's a baby talking to Kirstie Alley. They don't talk, babies. And the baby's sarcastic. How does a baby, first of all, how's a baby talk? Second of all, how did I know to be so sarcastic? And the baby's wittier than John Travolta.
Yeah, smart kid for someone who just got on the planet 3 months ago.
There's a quality.
It's like De Niro laughing at Problem Child, like, that's a baby! That's a baby talking to John Travolta, Garcia! How the fuck does a baby fucking talk? It's so bad!
I don't laugh quite that hard.
It sounds like a JD's house.
No.
The thing is an infant. It's a goddamn fucking infant. It's a fucking infant. I can't even breathe. I can't fucking breathe. It's a baby fucking. I gotta call somebody. Have you seen this? Look who's fucking talking. Well, guess who's talking? No, not an adult. It's a fucking baby talking. I'm pissing and shitting myself right here. I've never shit from laughing.
JD will walk in laughing at anything, man.
Hey, look who's talking too is coming out this week.
That's not. They didn't quite match.
They ruined it.
But I'm telling you, man.
It's not funny.
Why, they had the talking baby. What did they go wrong?
I don't know. I think Bruce Willis. I think Bruce Willis's voiceover work was funny. Sorry.
Roseanne was in the second one, right?
Yes.
She was the baby.
They ruined it.
You don't like the talking girl baby?
Who could laugh at him? Who would believe a baby would have Roseanne's voice?
You didn't buy the premise?
Baby would clearly have Bruce Willis's voice.
Yeah.
What a bunch of bullshit. I want my fucking money back.
Do they have the audio of that flipping or the video?
Of what?
Of the actual, they're filming it.
Oh, that's the other thing. Everything's on film. It's unreal. Is film of this?
Yeah.
Mambo. Why does it... You know, I've done some movies, shot TV shows. Why does it take 4 hours to set up a shot when a kid with a phone can get a perfect shot of a cop shooting a guy in South Carolina?
You can't see him on my camera. My shit off, fuck, so it don't even matter. Oh, shit. Oh, Jesus. Lord, Jesus. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Lord Jesus. Lord Jesus. Oh, shit. Whoa. That was awesome. That was awesome right there. God damn.
I thought he was dying.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, Lord Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Get the water, nigga. Jesus Christ. Lord have mercy. You can get the water, nigga. It's going down. Oh, this motherfucking bootleg fireworks shit. Oh, shit.
In the water. And bootleg fireworks shit. That's the funniest tape I've ever heard. That's the funniest fucking tape I've ever heard. What's he saying? Hit the wire, nigga? What's he saying?
Get some water.
Get some water.
Wow.
Shut the water, nigga.
Oh, shit. Oh, Lord Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Get the water, nigga. Jesus Christ. Lord have mercy. Get the water, nigga. Go down. Oh, this motherfucking fireworks shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Get the water, nigga. I'm gonna throw the fuck up.
Bootleg fireworks.
I'm gonna throw the fuck up. Is that Pierre Paul saying that?
What really happened to you on July 4th?
So normally on the 4th of July, it's got a lot of fireworks, got cookout for the kids, music. They have certain firecrackers. The one I was holding, I thought it was a different one, but it wasn't. And it just went off in my hand right away.
But you didn't have time to even throw.
I didn't have time. I was throwing them all night, and then I light the last one up. And
What the fuck is that? If that was Pierre Paul. Get the water.
oh, Lord Jesus! Oh, Jesus! Get the water, nigga!
What is that? That's just on the internet? Where did you find that? Where did you find that? That is tape. We have tape of... This is an Artie Line podcast exclusive. We have tape.
That's right.
We have tape of Pierre Paul blowing his hand up. Play that again.
Get the water, nigga!
That was actually Trump. That's why he's in trouble.
That was Trump. Holy shit, that's the funniest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life.
I sent that to Dan. I was like, they have video of it. I don't think he actually watched it, but oh my God, I'm gonna throw up too.
Holy shit. Holy fuck. You know what was great about that was I really thought that was audio.
I know.
You fucking had me, and I keep going, how come this isn't all over the place? Oh, that was the greatest joke anyone's ever played on me. My fucking ribs hurt.
Oh, Jesus! Get the water, nigga!
That's it. You know what? That guy was the guy. We should open that guy on the Hindenburg. And that guy saw the Hindenburg goes down like all the humanity. Get the water.
Bootleg Zeppelin.
What's you crazy? Get the water.
That was my happiest moment ever. But as soon as Flippin did it and I could see Artie getting serious, like, oh my goodness, this is...
Oh.
You thought it was really him.
I thought it was him.
Oh, he's going to laugh like crazy.
I thought it was him. Where did you fucking find that? That should be, if you Google greatest piece of tape of all time, that should come up.
I like the loud. L-A-W.
Loud? Loud Jesus? Loud Jesus.
It's like the Fred Sanford.
Oh,
I'm coming with you.
I'm coming with you. Oh, Elizabeth. Get the water, Elizabeth. Elizabeth, get the water. I'm coming to see you, honey. I'll be the one with no hands and him 80 in my other hand.
I didn't have time. I was throwing them all night, and then I like the last one up, and...
All right.
I just like the look on your face when you actually figured out.
Oh, no. Well, yeah.
All right, you have to stop laughing.
No, I know. But, dude, that's one of those things where when you wake up in the morning, you just hope you laugh that hard.
I know.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Bravo, man. Bravo.
The bag's on you.
The bag's on you.
The blazing aftermath reveals the extent of the disaster, an inferno which became a flaming tomb, a twisted mass of girders, the seared and scorched skeleton of what was once a mighty airship.
Oh, Lord Jesus! Oh, Jesus! Get the water, nigga! Jesus Christ! Lord have mercy!
Hello?
Is this Sal Governelli?
Yes.
Sal Governelli, this is from Human Resources. I've been trying to reach you. You were on the wrap-up show this afternoon on Howard Stern.
Right.
And you made some offensive comments. We've had several complaints. One of the sponsors is threatening to pull out. Some serious employees who heard the comments are very upset.
Hold on one second. Hey, this is Gary.
Gary, I was calling Sal, Governor.
Now, what happened here?
Sal, I was standing there, so Sal didn't believe it was real, so I have to pretend that it's real, and then I had the phone back and go, dude, you're in trouble.
All right.
Allie, because he was on the wrap-up show with you today, and he made some offensive comments, and we really need to rectify the situation.
Right. All right, so so you obviously have some sort of an idea that you guys have in mind. Let me let you talk to Sal for a second.
Okay.
All right. Okay, yeah. I had to pass it to Gary because, he runs the whole thing here, so I just wanted to make sure.
He didn't make the comments, Mr. Governelli, you did, and so that's why we need to talk to you. Now, we want to rectify this. What we've come up with, there's going to be an emergency meeting today at about 3 o'clock, and we would like for you to record an apology, to explain why you made these comments, to express remorse for these comments, and we'd like it to be played on the wrap-up show tomorrow. But before it's played, they need to be approved at this meeting. So can you do that? It's really important.
Sure.
We're going to have to talk about doing some sensitivity training as well, and I think that'll be helpful.
Okay.
We've had several problems.
Do you want me to address this as an apology?
It's important that you explain why you said the comments and why you're sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you do it on a CD and I'll pick it up? It'll be easier.
Yeah, okay, no problem.
Okay.
Not a problem. I'll take care of that right now.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
I appreciate your cooperating.
My pleasure.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Will just told me that the reason Sal handed me the phone, which I didn't even know, was he got so scared he just handed the phone off.
Right, that's what I thought was happening. But he didn't know what to do, and he gave it to you.
So then what did Sal take? Did he write something down, or did he just...
He walked into me and go, here's a CD for the 3 o'clock meeting.
All right, here's Sal's apology.
How silly is he that they would do this on the phone?
Yeah.
Hi, this is Sal Governale.
The very contrite.
It's funny already.
It's funny already. This is
how many times? Let's have a poll right now. How many times will we play this apology?
All the time.
Hi, this is Sal Governale. And yesterday I said a few comments that offended a few people, and I'd like to extend my apologies for those comments. Unfortunately, I didn't represent myself properly on how I wanted to explain myself. I have a tremendous respect for all cultures and all races. If I did offend or hurt anybody, I again extend my most sincere apologies. Thank you very much for understanding, and I greatly appreciate your time.
Wow.
My only criticism, it's too short.
Yeah, my criticism is
on and on.
They should have called him back and said, listen, you have to explain what you said and then what you meant.
The issue.
Oh, my God.
I mean, he doesn't know how to structure a sentence either.
The best is that
Hey,
middle part.
Gary, when he comes back upstairs from Ronnie, why don't you say, listen, I got a call last night. I didn't want to tell you this from Human Resources. The apology isn't good enough. And that
it's too general.
It's too general. You have to specifically repeat what you said, explain why you said it, and then issue an apology, and an apology to all black people and all peoples of this planet.
African Americans.
Also, you have to explain why it's wrong. You have to let people know know why it's wrong.
And tell them you need it in like 15 minutes.
Got it.
You know what I mean?
The more he has to explain himself, the better.
So meanwhile, after Sal cut this, then he's running around freaking out.
Well, listen, I went down and had lunch with some friends. I came back up here, and he was crazy.
Wait.
I did it now. He was shaking.
Here's the rap.
What he was talking about.
The rap is, he goes, you see what's going to happen? Once you make the apology, you see what happened to the guys at BAB, you see what happened to the guys who wrote the Tsunami song. It's an admission of guilt. It's the first step. Gary, this is the first step. They're going to fire me. Once I make the apology, I'm done.
Yeah, they're building his case.
Here's his whole paranoid thing.
You know what? It'll all blow over in a day. Nobody will even remember this.
Gary said there's absolutely no talk about this tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't think this will even come up tomorrow.
This is crazy, though. Bullshit, man. Man, what the fuck? Can't believe this shit. I'm telling you, man, what the fuck?
Well, don't let it stress you out.
Don't let it stress me out. Human Resources, they're having an emergency meeting. This is another thing. When you apologize, you're proving that you're wrong. I didn't do anything wrong. I said she got drunk and had a black kid. In a normal circumstance, she wouldn't have done that. Whether it's black, white, Puerto, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you say stuff like that all the time.
That's what I'm saying. We played.
You better not redo the black haunted house bit.
Better not redo that. Dude, I'll be happy if I job right now. This lady was panicking, man. Oh my God, no.
Well, I got your back, buddy. I know, like, you didn't mean anything bad by it.
I didn't mean anything. The girl got drunk and had sex with a guy. But because I threw a black kid, people automatically assumed that I was being racist. Every day, man. Now an emergency meeting over this? I didn't have the kid. She did. She should have the meeting.
It's like you said, man, women. Just nothing but trouble.
You gotta play this at the wrap-up show. How crazy is that?
I just hope that Howard goes.
We got to let him recut one and go through and play it on the wrap-up show.
I mean, we got to go with this all day. That it has to still be approved, and it's only approved at the last minute.
Hey, Gary, is there a way we can tap in and listen to him recording? What?
I'll talk to Scott about it. But in the meantime, we should just switch gears because he's going to be back up any
But let me finish playing this. I got 48 more seconds. I got to hear it.
It's till 12 tomorrow.
I never even thought about that, man. That's a good idea.
Maybe you should talk to Gary about seeing if Howard can, like, extend the show, so...
Yeah, right, yeah, that's what I mean. Then he's gonna really think I'm nuts.
Maybe he'll throw you a bone.
What, this is... Oh... You gotta be kidding me!
People are sensitive these days.
It's terrible, man. I got black friends all over the place.
Yeah,
Kevin Lofton's a good friend of mine. I got black friends at home and shit.
Wow. Just look at it this way. At least this isn't as bad as getting caught jacking off.
Damn it, damn it, damn it. I'm gonna stick an apple in my mouth every day for the rest of my life. I'm not even gonna talk anymore.
Robin's a friend of mine.
They're not friends.
Hey, you didn't make his list of black friends. All right, look, we've got to shut up now.
But think of how
everyone's in on this who's listening.
He's making like
what?
Just one quick point.
Like we're whispering that way he won't hear.
He said Andrea should take the meeting. Like what?
Yeah, they're gonna have a meeting for her.
Even if she did something wrong, she doesn't work.
It's just all wrong. There's no explanation.
He doesn't understand anything.
Hey, by the way, so let's go back to Artie on.
Well, what was your second question about it?
All right. Well, the best damn sports show. First of all,
right.
I'll start the bit over again.
Okay.
How much it costs, but I can't.
I would have Sean tell you if he'd come in.
I'm actually thinking of buying like 300 of these and sending them to people.
Oh, my
for
God.
Christmas.
Oh, good.
I'm not
If you
kidding.
want to.
I'm making a major purchase.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
I hope they got the production up. I'd do it by myself if I had to.
Yeah.
I do it all the time.
Don't you think people would love that?
Yeah.
I'm doing it.
Hysterical.
I'm
love
doing
that
it.
head.
I'm going to buy 300 of them.
Okay.
Thank you.
Make sure you get them out.
All right, I will. Order early. Beetlejuice head. How much for your actual head, if I want to buy that?
Oh, it's pretty much.
Yeah? What would you charge for that if I just chop off your head and take it with me?
That's what
I don't know. You wouldn't do it.
$200?
$200. Chop my head off.
Chop your head off, and I own your real head. I stuff you, and I put you right on my
How
mouth.
do you stuff it with my head in there, Howard?
All right, what do you want?
Do that to it?
You want $1,000?
That ain't right.
No?
You can't even talk Beetle into that. Try to trick me, huh?
How about $1 million? I chop your head off, and then stick
Chop
your...
my head. I probably still need my head.
You don't need it. Yeah.
If you want to know how much the beetle head is,
go ahead.
Go to jollydwarf.com.
I'm going.
Let me say that again. Jollydwarf.com.
How much for the real Beetlejuice head?
There's no figure on that.
What you mean no figure on that? On your head. How do you know? You been there?
Yeah. How do you know?
How much, Beetle?
How much for your head?
I don't know, but you want to know?
Pete, I want the real head. I want your head.
My head? I got a big head.
You got a beautiful head.
But how much?
But I want to own it.
You want to own it?
I want to chop your head off and own it.
You can't chop my head off. I need my head.
No, you don't. For what? What do you need your head for?
What are you using it for?
You ain't using it for anything.
Oh, you use it for art. What else?
Yeah, I want to use it like I want you to live on my desk.
Yeah, put it on your desk and use it. Your head. My head, yeah.
Yeah, your
but
real
you don't
head.
want to chop my head. I want to use my head. I'm not a con artist.
I signed a new satellite deal. I can afford your head. Name your price.
Oh, you can name the price. $200? Hey.
All right. Done deal.
It's a done deal, but it's
Done deal. 200. Where's my wallet?
When do you get it?
Yeah.
Got the Sean chopping his head off in the back.
I need a new hat rack.
Need no new hat rack here.
Gary, bring in my axe. I want to collect my head right now.
You got to like yours.
Let me ask you something. You know, I collect skulls.
Yes.
And I don't have any. I only have one human skull. It's a Chinese woman, actually.
Yeah?
But I could imagine, seriously, after you die, which I hope it never happens in my lifetime,
Well, I wouldn't die there.
but after you die, I would
wouldn't go there.
I would want to own his skull.
I wouldn't
How much
go
would
there.
you pay for that?
For his skull?
Yeah.
10 grand.
All right.
I'm serious.
10 grand? Okay.
After you die.
Give me 10 grand, then you.
No, I'll give you 10 grand once you're dead.
Well, I'm done. I ain't died yet.
All right. Well, you just keep that in mind. You got something to look forward to. All right. Anyway, everyone go to jollydwarf.com for Beetlejuice's head.
That's right.
If you want some Beetlejuice head, you got to go to jollydwarf.com. All right.
If you want to do two different outfits, or they just come in swimsuit?
I think swimsuit.
Yeah, that's the way to go.
So that's part of their appearance.
Okay.
Then you got personality.
Right, you'll do the personality test.
Yeah, you do an interview.
Yeah, we don't want any whiners.
So it's personality.
Wow, I don't have a leg. Wow.
It's personality.
My life's so hard.
Wow, wow, wow. I don't have a leg. I'm ugly. Yeah.
So you're judging him on 3 areas.
Why? I've got no appendages, and I got one eyebrow. Why? Got an enormous nose and fake teeth and no arms. Wah. I've got 4 of my teeth knocked out. Wah. I don't have a neck, and I've got the flu. Wah.
I'm missing 2 legs and an arm.
Wah. My 2 eyes are different colors, and I have no knees. Wah.
Yeah, you crybaby.
Tell it walking, crybaby. Tell it walking. Look at me. I'm overweight myself. I'm dealing with it.
One of the girls sent the tape. It was so funny. She's like, here's what I look like. And she's wearing a dress, and she goes, here's the stump, and she pulls off her fake leg and throws it, and she goes, and here's the rump, and she turns around and lifts her skirt up.
No, that's a girl who should be in the pageant.
She had a lot of personality.
Yeah, I got a stump.
Almost all of them are from...
Toughen up, honey.
Almost all of them are from where?
Almost all of them are from cancer, except one girl...
I lost a leg from cancer. And I'm a hemophiliac. Wah.
I didn't investigate the whole thing, but one girl said something about losing a hand in a lawnmower accident.
Ooh. Chlamydia victim. Legless hemophiliac.
You think she'll be whining about that, Artie?
I lost my hand in a lawnmower. I dropped my crack pipe in the blender and it went on puree.
So, Artie, as one of the judges, you're going to be looking for a chick who's kind of upbeat.
Yeah, tough.
Yeah, tough.
Someone who can face it. I've got AIDS and no feet.
See, one of the girls is like a triathlete. She sent me video of her throwing out the first pitch at a Major League Baseball game.
Right, that would be...
Yeah, that's the kind of girl Artie's looking for.
That's
nice.
Yeah,
she's not complaining.
She's not complaining or bitching about it. Oh, I got no legs. Could you help me up the steps? Like it's easy getting up the steps being 30 pounds overweight.
So you don't want to hear
Where's
any...
your ramp?
Yeah.
You don't want to hear any kind of complaining.
No whining at all.
Right.
Nothing.
So you're saying...
So the personality thing's going to be interesting.
So it's looks, amputation, and personality.
That's the biggest category.
Yeah.
For me.
Shouldn't they have to do some physical activity, or is that too weird?
We didn't tell them that.
It depends. I mean, if you give them a physical activity and everybody's missing
would it be fair?
The same thing,
Right.
or different things, and it's easier for a legged person to do, it would be wrong.
I've got no extremities and strep throat.
But you bring up a good point now, Howard.
I can't scratch myself.
Are the girls coming in with or without
Got
the
an itch,
prosthesis?
but no arms. I've got an itchy leg, but no arms. And it's only one leg.
Are the girls coming in what?
With or without the prosthesis? In other words, you want them to come in
They
with
can
it?
come in with it, but take it off.
They got to take it off.
It's up to them. That's their choice. They have to decide on presentation.
Because even those are weird. How one of the
Then
girls...
how do you see what's,
Oh, you can see, Robert. Like one of the girls...
No, they take it off.
Well, that's what you're saying. It's their choice. I'm saying I want to see.
Oh.
See, one of the women...
Okay.
See, some of the women have legs that...
No, I'm sorry, Robin. That's not in the rules.
Some of the women have legs that are like fake legs that look like mannequin legs. But like one of the women has like the whole leg's metal. Like that guy on Survivor.
Yeah.
That's a whole leg. Like, it doesn't even look like a leg.
Like she looks like the Bionic Man.
Exactly.
I don't want to take my prosthesis off.
Lisa Lampanelli was there, and then she went into a racist rant about the cookies. Her thing is that she'll say the N-word and all this, but that's her thing. And like something
the
about...
cookie somehow brought this out of her?
At the cookie
Did
party...
she say it's a nigger cookie?
Yeah, kind of like... she had all kind of things. It was wild. Like, here, I'll play you this. Here's Bob Levy. She somehow drops the N-bomb in there, too.
I see in front of me, I see Reverend Bob Levy or Joey Boots. Who do you think we should...
That's Lisa, of course, G.
Reverend Bob Levy was at the cookie party?
Yeah.
This has become a big event.
Well, we know why Joey Boots was there.
Go to first. I think Bob Levy will have a shit fit if we don't go to him first because he thinks he's a celebrity.
And that's Lisa Lampanelli.
So why don't we go over talk to that dirty heeb right now? Okay, here we are. Levy!
Hey, how are you?
Whoop-de-doo!
Well, I just came out of the closet.
Yay!
It's good
No
to be
wonder
here.
you're talking to Joey Boots.
Yeah, that's look at the two of them
Oh
together.
my God! And hi
High-pitched Mike, also a big honking faggot.
High-pitched Mike had Joey Boots' chocolate balls in his mouth.
Oh, that is fabulous.
It's unbelievable what's going
So
on.
those are Kwanzaa cookies, basically. Yes, because they're black.
So, Bob, I understand your wife, Christine, cooked tonight, baked?
Oh, my God, she's so hot. I never met her. Oh, my God. How the hell does he get you and I'm niggers?
Oh, my God.
Well,
what the hell?
Well, it's a good question.
I mean, wow.
Listen, since you posed the question,
I mean, the N-word flying with this broad.
what is going on with that party?
I don't
Levy's
know.
there.
The N-word, the
Now you're
Heebs.
sorry you missed
And
it.
Jason is what, the co-host?
Yeah.
Could he sound more queer? I like Jason. But
Oh, listen to the beginning of this
What's
thing.
he doing?
Here's Jason sounding very, very weird. And then on top of that, technical difficulties, which makes it even more annoying. Here you go.
What's up, everybody?
All right, you're ready to turn off the radio.
Wow.
Oh. Who was that, Jason?
Jason, wait.
Getting it going?
Yeah.
Jason Capper coming to you live from Midtown Manhattan in the middle of
How does he say Manhattan anyway?
Manhattan?
Manhattan?
He pronounces it like the early Dutch.
Yeah. But you hear the overmodulation thing?
Oh,
It goes
it's awful.
berserk.
Cookie Party of the Christmas season, the Lisa G Cookie Party Extravaganza.
Make some noise! Come on, yell, Jews, yell!
I'd like to introduce you to the two...
Who could possibly be still listening? Like, except engineers looking to save their job.
Eric the midget has a better broadcast.
He does.
And then, let me see, I'll just... Then the whole signal just started to cut out. Listen to this.
Okay, so Rob, so you were the judge last year. What are you going to be looking for in this year's cookies?
Certainly not Q-tips. That was disgusting. Did anybody put any medical items in any?
No, not that I know of, unless something spiked, but nothing that I know of. They all look pretty good.
Looking for holiday. Holiday is very important. It's got to be. It's got to look festive. Can't be a chocolate chip cookie.
No.
Fuck.
Nope, there it goes. Out.
That was out?
Here, listen.
Oh, that
Now it's back.
interrupted the gayness.
Now it's back.
What would that be like?
Well, here, listen to the...
Oh,
What?
What would that be like?
Stolen.
Oh.
Alicia Lampanelli's saying, that's a Kwanzaa cookie, and they go, well, what's that? And she goes, stolen.
Oh, stolen.
She was like full of racism.
Is that because blacks steal?
Yeah.
Well, I don't
That
know.
was the joke.
I don't agree with that stereotype.
Wow. Anyway, that was that.
Did someone put a Q-tip in a cookie? Like
Last year there were cookies with Q-tips, but who would know that?
No one.
Rob, you weren't at this party?
No, I had to go to a funeral and put.
Oh, that's
Sounds like you were lucky.
Sure, it was less gay.
Richie Balinson. Richie's the guy who does installations for Sirius.
Yeah, Richie.
Why
would he be at a cookie?
I don't know. Let me see.
Now, Lisa, I'm looking over here on your table, and you have probably a dozen or two different varieties of cookies here. Now, I love eating cookies. I'm not a cookie expert, but I see some chocolate chips. What would you call one of these?
Those look like homemade Oreo cookies. Yeah, that looks like nice. Richie Balinson brought, and last year we had controversy because his mother's manicurist made the cookies.
Right.
So I don't know who made these. They absolutely look like he did not make these cookies.
Richie Balinson, I'm holding your cookies right here. Of course, everyone knows Richie Installer to the stars. Now, Richie, you brought these cookies in. Did you make these cookies yourself?
To be honest, no, I haven't. I didn't make them tonight. So I'm pulling myself out of the race. But I just want to give credit to Judy Tint. She's an attorney at law. She's actually Cousin Brucey's attorney, who we became friends with, and she wanted to be part of tonight's festival, so she made these cookies for me. I was just at her apartment right before I got here, and I picked up the cookies. She made 350.
Fascinating, huh?
Wow.
Could the feminization of this country be any more complete? Can we get back to Robin talking about the Jets?
Hey, Gary, can you book me Judy Tint for the show? Why did we pull that clip? What's going on there with Richie? Is that it? Is that the whole clip?
JD just thought Richie was funny.
Oh.
His mother's manicurist made them... does anyone know their mother's manicurist? I don't know.
No, but Richie's a yenta.
Yeah.
He's a good dude. Well, anyway, look. Here's the thing. That was the cookie party. I got a bunch more clips, but you get the idea. I think that was the climax of the cookie party, when Richie brought his Oreo cookies in.
I could sum up the cookie party.
Yeah.
My mother's manicurist. Let's get it started, nigger!
Those are the highlights. The N-word was being thrown around, Hebes and fag and balls or whatever it was.
These are Hanukkah cookies. They cost more. They're retail. These are Kwanzaa cookies. They're stolen. Nigger! Why am I niggers? You dirty Hebe! You dirty Hebe! Hey! What's the difference between a dirty Hebe and a canoe? A canoe tips. Ha!
Looks like you were there.
Yeah.
You should have gone.
You dirty nigger.
What about the Kwanzaa cookie?
Oh, the Kwanzaa cookie. It runs fast. The Kwanzaa cookie can... And the Jew cookie rips you up. It wants to control your money.
Lisa's trying to inject some humor into the cookie party.
Well, she did, and a very edgy humor.
Yes. So anyway, that was that. I don't know.
Buy my new album, Dirty Nigger.
Tim likes covering that cookie party for some reason.
Does he?
Yeah. Well, we figured. Well,
live events.
Live events. I can think of some other events, but well, anyway. But there it is, Lisa G's cookie party, brought to you live right over our channels.
It was wonderful that they interviewed Richie.
Yes, they did, and he told you things, and Ralph was there. I mean, how much fun? I mean, you had the whole crew there.
Ralph, you secret fag! I pitch Mike, another bone guzzler. I love the VR. She gets away with everything.
She does. You say that, they take away your cupcake.
Of course.
Right.
I say that, I'm kicked out of the business. She says that, she gets a deal with Jim Carrey.
Yeah, HBO. Jim Carrey's delighted.
HBO's run by a bunch of dirty heaves.
You see, you should have said that. All right, so there it is. Do you guys want to hear the wrap-up show with Artie, or did you hear that?
Oh, yeah, with that Gindaloon Gary. A dirty wop.
Yeah?
Hello?
Who is this?
It's Rusty. Is Bob around?
No, he's not, but I could give you his cell phone number.
All right, well, could you just get him a message for me?
Yeah, hang on a second. Okay?
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Well, he borrowed a porn movie from me about 2 weeks ago called Bon Appetit. I was just wondering if I could get it back.
He borrowed a porn movie?
Yeah, porno movie.
You must have the wrong number or something.
Why is that?
Because he doesn't like those kind of movies.
Why do you think he doesn't like porn movies?
I guess because he's a Christian.
Huh. All right, well, write down the name of the movie so you can just tell him. It's called Bon Appetit.
All right, I got it.
And here, write down, because there's 5 of them. I loaned him part 2. Write down the movie stars that are in it. This one's got Jack Longrod. Write that down. Patsy Piss Flaps is in it. You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Kenny Curvecock is in it. Now, just read that back to me, because I'll make sure he knows which movie it is.
Okay, Jack Longwide, Kenny Curvecock, and Patsy, what's her name?
Piss Flaps.
Miss Flaps?
Piss Flaps.
Okay.
And Frankie Fudge Packer's in it, too. And Tammy Twat Lips is in it, too.
Okay, I'm running out of room on my paper.
You got the last 2 names? Can you read those back to me real quick?
Frankie Budge Packer, Jack Longwide, Kenny Curvecock.
You're watching Howard TV's HD Clip of the Week.
You're listening to Bubba the Love Sponge on Howard 101.
Hey, what's up? This is Earthquake. I'm here to promote The Comeback and also the movie The Comeback that I'll be starring in later on this year. And also, I'm performing down at the Improv in Tampa. Got to see my boy Bubba the Love Sponge. Never been here before, but I heard his ass is off the chain. So right now, I'm getting ready to go ahead and check my boy out and see what the fuck he's doing. Bubba the Love Sponge. Going in there. Maybe he can find me somebody. He a love sponge. Maybe he can hook me up with somebody and make me happy. Check me out. Going in here and check my boy out. Follow me in here. We about to see him, see what's going on. Come on, fellas.
We got to make sure that Earthquake knows how we usually have our studio. Usually we don't have all these cameras in here, and we got it really dark and really cold, and he would probably really appreciate that. Earthquake, how are you, buddy?
I am blessed, man, trying to get these goddamn headphones working.
Now, unlike you know, this is like Howard. You can be as dirty as you want, Earthquake.
Well, thank you very much. Shit.
How was your flight, man? You came in from where?
Yeah, I came in from Shreveport. I was doing a movie down there with Ice Cube, man, and Fred Durst is the director, and we're having a good damn time.
Fred Durst is the director?
Yeah, man.
The guy from Limp Bizkit? The guy from Limp Bizkit?
Yeah, from Limp Bizkit. He's directing the movie.
Boy, I was wondering what the hell happened to him.
Yeah, he's a great director, man.
So you can be an angry white guy and be mad and make a lot of money on the record deal and also direct movies with some cool-ass black brothers?
Yeah, man. Ain't this a great fucking country?
Dude, I gotta know, as far as Ice Cube goes, I mean, dude, the guy goes back to NWA and all that stuff, and then he started doing, like, family movies and little shit like that. But does he feel, like, is he losing his street credit in the black community, or is he still on top of his game?
Fuck no, he got, like, 2 big bouncers that'll kill everybody in this and all of them.
That's street cred right there, baby, right?
You can tell them
how many brothers you got on payroll, street cred, right?
Yeah, he got, and them motherfuckers just got out. Yeah. He ain't got no problem.
Now, in the street community, based on how many guys you got on payroll, how big they are, how bad they are, if they just got out, does that add street cred?
Hell yeah. But shit, I don't know who want to stay. Listen, let me just tell you this shit. Anybody that's in the ghetto that want to stay in the ghetto is a fucking fool. We didn't stay there because we wanted to. We couldn't afford to move nowhere else.
I'm with you.
I like the hills. I like my refrigerator being full with shit.
You look down on the ghetto
now. You understand? No, I don't look down on it. What I say is, goddamn it, look up. You don't want to be there. When we lived there, I'm from Southeast D.C. Everybody talk about everybody having fucking money and you seeing people with money. You never went through the kind of shit that you went through when you in D.C. because, motherfucker, I was broke. And I used to drive by the building, the Treasury Department, where they made the shit. Now, that's torture.
How's Baltimore?
In that building, they got all the motherfucking money.
They're making motherfucking money.
Tearing it up when one word ain't right. That's the kind of shit.
You ever pass by Baltimore? You partied in Baltimore.
Like,
how's Baltimore?
Baltimore is hell.
Be on.
Baltimore is hell.
Is it a horse shit town?
It's got the best crabs, but other than that, the motherfucker's fucked up. I'm serious. I mean, I love Baltimore. It's cool, don't get me wrong, but it's fucked up.
Have you ever seen The Wire? How close is that to reality?
That's the truth. I'm serious. That was my high school. I used to get high with my teacher, and the motherfucker still didn't pass me.
Yeah, you probably bought the weed.
Yeah, I bought the weed. He hit the weed and still give me an F. Bastard. So if he anywhere, you ain't shit.
You're back to Louisiana on Sunday for a Monday shoot in the boys.
Yeah, we got to get back on that set. I love doing movies now. This is my first movie.
This is your first?
Yeah, of extended. You know, I did episodic, so just a day shoots of
you were in Clerks 2
so
as
Clerks
well.
2.
Yeah.
And it was one day shoot. You never learn what it is to make a movie with one day.
Now, for a one-day shoot, you get a trailer and you get the whole deal, or they just roll in and go, all right, man, you sit here, we'll do your scene, and then you're fucking out of here.
Yeah, you out of there. You don't get no trailer.
Now, how about on the movie, on the one you're on now? You got a trailer, everything?
Yeah, you got the trailer. I'm there for 7 weeks.
So now you're pimping.
Any slots?
No, I can't get no. I'm telling you, man.
Earthquake.
I can't pick a bitch up to save my life. I'm telling you, I pick them wrong.
Well, you pick them wrong, but you still can get them.
You got money.
You see our wives hanging out there?
I seen you had a nice little white woman out there.
Yeah, Earthquake was checking out Heather's ass. I saw him.
Yeah.
You see my wife's titties, man.
That was your wife right there.
Yeah.
You got a good one. You can pick them.
Yeah. For a fat motherfucker like me,
you give me dream. I'm like Martin Luther King. I'm dreaming.
Now, you're going through a nasty divorce right now,
Yeah, it's almost over, but the motherfucker won't quit. You know, she keep doing shit.
What is she trying to take from you? I mean,
everything.
What the fuck?
When you ain't got nothing,
see that necklace? The bitch wants it.
Yeah, she wants that. She took my MySpace page. I'm down to 2 friends. I just took all my friends. What kind of bullshit is that?
Now it's her space.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Ain't that some
My
shit?
ex's space is what it is.
Yeah, it's X space.
Now, you guys got any kids?
Yeah, we got a son, and she holding that motherfucker like ransom. I got a negotiator's release. She's like the Taliban. We'll be sending tapes over him. And
How old is your boy?
He's 5. He'll be 6 on June the 4th.
So he don't even know what's going on, does he?
Yeah, he knows, but he knows his father loves him.
You talk about the dirty divorce, but is it really, honestly, God, that bad?
Yes,
that
it is.
bad.
It's that bad.
Oh, Spice, I'll tell you, it's the fucking worst shit you ever go through in your
It's the
entire life.
worst shit. I mean, I don't know who passed these fucking
It's extortion.
rules.
It's modern day fucking extortion.
It's extortion.
But at the same time, you got to know that, okay, well, look, this bitch obviously didn't work out with, so you're able to move on. So you
can't move on.
So you can get some other bitches if you want now.
No, you can't move on because this person keep you in litigation.
No. I mean in the sense of you going to get some other ass.
No, but what you want another ass if you got to sit there and you can't move on? If you keep going into this part of your life, you can't move on. Everybody want closure. I mean, this is the problem. I don't understand what this shit is. Okay, just for sake of the argument, I'm not that man you dream I'm supposed to be. Do I supposed to compensate you for not being this motherfucker? I don't supposed to pay you for that. We only been together for 3 years. What the fuck is this? I have been in court for getting a divorce for the last 5 years.
Are you kicking yourself in the ass that you even married her to begin with?
Nah, because she gave me my son. For that, it's worth it.
She
but,
good,
you know
good
what I'm
ass?
saying?
Good ass? Oh, she good in
Nah,
bed?
the pussy wasn't that great. I mean, I had better pussy, but I
it was the most
loved
expensive
her.
pussy you ever had in your life, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't the best.
No,
Just, you
most
know, she had
expensive.
my kid.
I mean,
Yes,
after
it
it's
is.
all said and done.
Oh, it's the most
That's $1 million pussy.
Oh, yeah, I'm close to $1 million.
Oh, man.
I'm close to $1 million.
I feel
And you know what? The only people getting rich, Earthquake, are the
Other
fucking...
Lord.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but she don't care. It's just like
It's not her money.
It's not her money. And then, like any corporation, you know what I mean? Long as I keep you in court and keep you in litigation,
Churning you out.
Keep churning it.
Turning it and turning. If she ain't got to pay for it, and I don't know what the fuck they think that women don't lie. You a woman go into a courtroom, and I'm not saying all women, but they just believe anything that come out they fucking mouth is gold. They just do.
You need a
for
white
some
woman,
reason.
man. You need a good white woman.
I try to get a white woman. I don't know how to pick them up.
When's the last time you nailed a white one?
Yeah, be honest.
I ain't never had a white woman.
Oh, don't lie. Some star like you never...
No, I never. It's just that, you know...
You didn't know how to pick them up. You're
I
a
don't
star.
know, because no white women hang at the clubs I be
Bullshit. You
Well,
know
then
you got
you-
that
hold
one
on.
hot little
Hold
white
on.
chick in the front row with
Then
the gold
you-
hoop earrings and the red
then you're going
lipstick.
to
There should be some at your show
clubs.
tonight, I guarantee you
I
that.
hope so. If you got one me to fuck, I will fuck her.
I mean, you're going to the wrong clubs then.
Hey, look, you can...
You're a big-time star.
I understand. You can only hunt in the environment that you're in. I'm telling you. I have not had one of them. Believe me, me
One
and
of
my
them.
boys will take them. Shit.
Now, how about your
they'll be at the
boys?
show tonight.
How about your boys?
Oh,
your
yeah, my
entourage?
boys fuck everything.
Who are they?
That's Darius right there, and the other one in there.
Give him the microphone. Let me talk.
Come on over here, Darius.
Yeah. Give Darius the microphone here now. Look at now. Hold on, Earthquake. You're gonna try to tell me that smooth brother ain't getting some white pussy? I'll call you a liar.
No, I'm saying he is. I'm saying Quake ain't had no. He'll tell you he ain't never seen me with no white woman. Tell him.
No.
I can say that.
I'm talking about you. When's the last time you screwed a white woman? And don't lie.
Shoot, damn. I was in college. Yeah.
How long ago was that?
About 6 years ago.
Kind of a more polished looking Rondé Barber, don't you think?
But I just can't shake that, can I?
Maybe Tiki one.
Well, Rondé's had some white bitches, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, yeah, I'll tell you that right now.
No, I need to start hanging with Rondé then.
Now you do stand up as well?
Yeah, I'm the opening act.
You're the opening act.
Yeah.
And then who's the other? And who's the other guy?
Road manager.
Yeah, he
He's a
manages everything. Make sure he's an athlete.
Yeah.
You know he had white women.
Right.
Yeah, as soon as they show, they have Affleck at the bird.
Now you being the opening act, you can't get the star of the show, so white pussy.
We working on that tonight.
Tampa, that will be the town.
You're gonna be down in Ybor City. There's some bitches down there.
Honestly, God, if you had a hot white bitch.
Earthquake's, he's afraid of that shit.
Let's say you had a hot white bitch, no strings attached.
Yeah.
Wanting to give you some doggy?
Or just wanted to give you head. That way you had no chance of getting her pregnant, none of the same situation.
Yeah.
Just wanted to blow you. Would you actually do it?
Earthquake, don't lie.
What part of this shit y'all not getting? Hell yeah, I will fuck the shit out of it. It's not
Earthquake.
It's not because I don't want to.
What if some
certain people just ain't got that gift for gab?
Hold on. You get up on stage for an hour,
exactly,
nonstop, right off the fucking cup, improv, motherfucker.
Yes.
Impromptu. You're an actor, and you don't got. You should be
able to step off that stage, look at a white bitch, and just be like, "Suck me," and that should be it.
Yes,
and
but
you
it
lock
don't
up.
happen.
You lock up.
It's certain men that don't have that had qualification. I'm one of them, motherfuckers. Why is it shocking?
Wait till this movie with Ice Cube. Wait till this movie with Ice Cube.
Shit.
Wait till this movie with
I
Ice
like
Cube.
I'm turning them down and shit. No, please, beautiful white woman, don't suck my dick. No,
I'm scared.
I just can't. Yeah, no.
So what if,
just
like,
happen.
what am I like with my wife? What if my wife was not that she's going to be there, but like a woman that looks like my wife, and she's like,
not that she's going to be at the club.
Earthquake. You know, hey, I'm a
Fuck
big.
this shit. It'll be the best 2 minutes of her life. I'm telling you, man. I'm with it.
No, you got the average, black guy, big dick kind of deal?
It all depends on the competition.
Well, I mean,
my dick perform according to the competition.
Have you seen your boy's dick here? I mean, you
Of
guys,
course they have.
You guys probably compare dicks,
huh?
huh?
Man, them motherfuckers right there, boy. Them motherfuckers don't play. Them
They got big dicks, huh?
I don't know how big their dicks is, but they don't play.
What's that mean, Earthquake?
Women go crazy over there.
So they're getting.
Now, out of these two, which one gets more pussy?
Oh, he's married. It's that one right there. Get more pussy. Kiki, you tell him Kiki Barber.
Kiki Barber gets.
He walk around with a helmet.
He's got red. He's got red.
Yeah.
Now, what's the athlete's name? What's his name?
His name Kiwi. Go ahead, man.
How y'all doing today?
Kiwi, how can we can't even see your. You look at the Unabomber, the black Unabomber.
Damn.
Now
how I supposed to come back off that?
I mean, you're the Larry guys.
Where were you an athlete?
Where were you an athlete at?
Baltimore, New England.
Really?
Football,
Yeah.
baseball,
both.
Really?
Yeah.
College, pro. Really? What?
Where'd you play college ball?
He didn't.
You walked on and became pro in
I got
both
drafted
sports?
out of high school.
Nice.
What? Do you play for the Orioles?
Yeah.
Really? And then the New England Patriots?
Yeah.
I never know. Hold on now. I'm calling shenanigans on that.
Go ahead, check it out. Really? God damn it. You don't come in here live. I can't get a white woman and he play pro ball.
You just watched Howard TV's HD Clip of the Week. This is a Howard TV original production.
You're listening to Bubba the Love Sponge on Howard 101.
Hey, what's up? This is Earthquake. I'm here to promote The Comeback and also the movie The Comeback that I'll be starring in later on this year. And also, I'm performing down at the Improv in Tampa. Got to see my boy Bubba the Love Sponge. Never been here before, but I heard his ass is off the chain. So right now, I'm getting ready to go in here and check my boy out and see what the fuck he's doing. Bubba, the Love Sponge, going in there. Maybe he can find me somebody. He a love sponge. Maybe he can hook me up with somebody and make me happy. Check me out. Going in here and check my boy out. Follow me in here. We about to see him, see what's going on. Come on, fellas.
We got to make sure that Earthquake knows how we usually have our studio. Usually we don't have all these cameras in here, and we got it really dark and really cold, and he would probably really appreciate that. Earthquake, how are you, buddy?
I am blessed, man, trying to get these goddamn headphones working.
Now, unlike this is like Howard. You can be as dirty as you want, Earthquake.
Well, thank you very much. Shit.
How was your flight, man? You came in from where?
Yeah, I came in from Shreveport. I was doing a movie down there with Ice Cube, man, and Fred Durst is the director, and we're having a good damn time.
Fred Durst is the director?
Yeah, man.
The guy from Limp Bizkit? The guy from Limp Bizkit?
Yeah, from Limp Bizkit. He's directing the movie.
Boy, I was wondering what the hell happened to him.
Yeah, he's a great director, man.
So you can be an angry white guy and be mad and make a lot of money on the record deal and also direct movies with some cool ass black brothers?
Yeah, man, ain't this a great fucking country?
Dude, I gotta know, as far as Ice Cube goes, I mean, dude, the guy goes back to NWA and all that stuff, and then he started doing, like, family movies and little shit like that. But does he feel, like, is he losing his street credit in the black community, or is he still on top of his game?
Fuck no, he got, like, 2 big bouncers that'll kill everybody in this motherfucker. And all of them.
That's street cred right there, baby, right?
You can tell them
how many brothers you got on payroll, street cred, right?
Yeah, he got, and them motherfuckers just got out.
Yeah.
So, he ain't got no problem.
Now, in the street community, based on how many guys you got on payroll, how big they are, how bad they are, if they just got out, does that add street cred?
Hell yeah. But shit, I don't know who want to stay. Listen, let me just tell you this shit. Anybody that's in the ghetto that want to stay in the ghetto is a fucking fool. We didn't stay there because we wanted to. We couldn't afford to move nowhere else.
I'm with you.
I like the hills. I like my refrigerator being full with shit.
You look down on the ghetto
you
now.
Understand? No, I don't look down on it. What I say is, goddamn it, look up. it's not, you don't want to be there. When we lived there, I'm from Southeast D.C. Everybody talk about everybody having fucking money and you seeing people with money. You never went through the kind of shit that you went through when you in D.C. because, motherfucker, I was broke. And I used to drive by the building, the Treasury Department where they made the shit. Now, that's torture.
How's Baltimore?
In that building, they got all the motherfucking money.
They're making motherfucking money.
Tearing it up when one word ain't right. That's the kind of shit.
You ever pass by Baltimore?
What's-
You
yeah,
partied
what's
in Baltimore.
Baltimore like,
How's
man?
Baltimore?
Baltimore is
Now,
hell.
be on.
Baltimore is hell.
Is it a horse shit town?
It's got the best crabs, but other than that, the motherfucker's fucked up. I'm serious. I mean, I love Baltimore. It's cool. Don't get me wrong, but it's fucked up.
Have you ever seen The Wire? How close is that to reality?
That's the truth. I'm serious. That was my high school. I used to get high with my teacher, and the motherfucker still didn't pass me.
Yeah, you probably bought the weed.
Yeah, I bought the weed. He hit the weed and still give me an F. Bastard. So if he anywhere, you ain't shit.
You're back to Louisiana on Sunday for a Monday shooting the boys.
Yeah, we got to get back on that set. I love doing movies now. This is my first movie.
This is your first?
Yeah, of extended. You know, I did episodic, so just a day shoots of
You were
one
in Clerks
movie.
2
So
as
Clerks
well.
2.
Yeah.
And it was one day shoots. You never learn what it is to make a movie with one day.
Now, for a one-day shoot, you get a trailer and you get the whole deal, or they just roll in and go, all right, man, you sit here, we'll do your scene, and then you're fucking out of here.
Yeah, you out of there. You don't get no
Now,
trailer.
how about on the movie, on the one you're on now? You got a trailer, everything?
Yeah, you got the trailer. I'm there
Any
for
whores?
7 weeks.
So now you're pimping.
Any slots?
No, I can't get no. I'm telling you,
What
man.
the make earthquake?
Man,
Don't
I
be
can't pick a
bullshitting
bitch
it.
up to save my life. I'm telling you, I pick them wrong.
Well, you pick them wrong, but you still can get them.
You got
No,
money?
You see our wives hanging out there?
I seen you had a nice little white one.
That was-
out there.
Yeah,
That was his wife.
Earthquake was checking out Heather's ass. I saw him.
Yeah.
You see my wife's titties, man.
That was your wife right
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
You got a good one. You can pick them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
For
got
a fat
real good one.
motherfucker like me,
You give me dream. I'm like Martin Luther King. I'm dreaming.
Now, you're going through a nasty divorce right now, aren't
Yeah, it's almost over, but the motherfucker won't quit. You know, she keep doing shit.
What is she trying to take from you? I mean,
Everything.
What the fuck?
Everything.
When you ain't got
Hey,
nothing, what?
see that necklace? The bitch wants it.
Yeah, she want that. She took my MySpace page. I'm down to 2 friends. I just took all my friends. What kind of bullshit is that?
Now it's her space.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Ain't that some
My
shit?
ex's space is what it is.
Yeah, it's X space.
Now, you guys got any kids?
Yeah, we got a son, and she holding that motherfucker like ransom. I got a negotiator's release. She's like the Taliban. We'll be sending tapes over him. And
How old is your boy?
He's 5. He'll be 6 on June the 4th.
So he don't even know what's going on. does he?
Yeah, he knows, but he knows his father loves him.
You talk about the dirty divorce, but is it really, honestly, God, that bad?
Yes,
that
it is.
bad.
It's that bad.
Oh, Spice, I'll tell you, it's the fucking worst shit you ever go through in your
It's
entire
the
life.
worst shit. I mean, I don't know who passed these fucking
It's extortion.
rules.
It's modern day fucking extortion.
It's extortion.
But at the same time, you got to know that, okay, well, look, this bitch obviously it didn't work out with, so you're able to move on. So you
can't move on.
So you can get some other bitches if you want
no,
now.
you can't move on because this person keep you in litigation.
No. I mean in the sense of you going to get some other ass.
No, but what you want another ass if you got to sit there and you can't move on? If you keep going into this part of your life, you can't move on. Everybody want closure. I mean, this the problem. I don't understand what this shit is. Okay, just for sake of the argument, I'm not that man you dream I'm supposed to be. Do I supposed to compensate you for not being this motherfucker? I don't supposed to pay you for that. We only been together for 3 years. What the fuck is this? I have been in court for getting a divorce for the last 5 years.
Are you kicking yourself in the ass that you even married her to begin with?
Nah, because she gave me my son. For that, it's worth it.
She
But,
good,
you know
good
what I'm
ass?
saying?
Good ass? Oh, she good in
Nah,
bed?
the pussy wasn't that great. I mean, I had better pussy, but
it was
I
the most
loved
expensive
her.
pussy you ever had in your life, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't the best.
No,
She
most
she had
expensive.
my kid.
I mean,
Yes,
after
it
it's
is.
all said and done.
Oh, it's the most
That's $1 million
expensive.
pussy.
Oh, yeah, I'm close to $1 million.
Oh,
I'm
man.
close to $1 million.
I feel for
And you know
you,
what?
man.
The only people getting rich, Earthquake, are the
Other
fucking...
Lord.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but she don't care. It's just
It's
like
not her money.
It's not her money. And then, like any corporation, you know what I mean? Long as I keep you in court and keep you in litigation,
Churning you out.
Keep churning it.
Turning it and turning. If she ain't got to pay for it, and I don't know what the fuck they think that women don't lie. You a woman go into a courtroom, and I'm not saying all women, but they just believe anything that come out they fucking mouth is gold. They just do.
You need a
for
white
some
woman,
reason.
man. You need a good white woman.
I try to get a white woman. I don't know how to pick them up.
When's the last time you nailed a white one?
Yeah, be
I
honest.
ain't never had a white woman.
Oh, don't lie. Some star like you never.
No, I never. It's just that
You didn't know how to pick them up.
I
You're a
don't know
star.
because no white women hang at the clubs I be
Bullshit. You
Well,
know
then
you got
then
that
hold
one
on.
hot little
Hold
white
on.
chick in the front row
Then
with the
you
gold
go-
hoop earrings and the red
then you
lipstick.
go to
This
the
will be
wrong
some of your
fucking
show
clubs.
tonight, I guarantee you
I
that.
hope so. If you got one me to fuck, I will fuck her.
I mean, you're going to the wrong clubs then.
Hey, look, you can.
You're a big-time star.
I understand. You can only hunt in the environment that you're in. I'm telling you. I have not had one of them. Believe me,
One
and
of
my
them.
boys will take them. Shit.
Now, how about
Well,
your
they'll be at the
boys?
show tonight.
How about your boys?
Oh, yeah,
your
my
entourage?
boys fuck everything.
Who are they?
That's Darius right there, and the other one in there.
Give him the microphone. Somebody talk.
Come on over here, Darius.
Yeah, give
Red and
Darius.
yellow.
Give Darius the microphone here now. Look at now. Hold on, Earthquake. You're gonna try to tell me that smooth brother ain't getting some white pussy. I'll call you a liar.
No, I'm saying he is. I'm saying Quake ain't had no. He'll tell you he ain't never seen me with no white woman. Tell him.
No.
I can say that.
I'm talking about you. When's the last time you screwed a white woman? And don't lie.
Shoot, damn. I was in college.
How long ago was that?
About 6 years ago.
Kind of a more polished looking Rondé Barber, don't you think?
But I just can't shake that, can I?
Maybe Tiki one.
Well, Rondé's had some white bitches. I'll tell you that much.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you that right now.
No, I need to start hanging with Rondé then.
Now you do stand up as well?
Yeah, I'm the opening act.
You're the opening act.
Yeah.
And then who's the other? And who's the other guy?
Road manager.
Yeah, he
He's a
manages everything. Make sure he's an athlete.
Yeah.
You know he had white women.
Right.
As soon as they show they have
you got-
Affleck in the beard.
Now you being the opening act, you can't get the star of the show, so white pussy.
We working on that tonight.
Tampa, that will be the
there's
town.
gonna be, you're going to be down in Ybor City. There's some bitches down
Honest
there.
to God, if you had a hot white bitch.
Earthquake's, he's afraid of that shit.
Let's say you had a hot
afraid.
white bitch, no strings attached.
Yeah.
Wanting to give you some doggy.
Or just wanted to give you head. That way you had no chance of getting her pregnant, none of the same situation.
Yeah.
Just wanted to blow you. Would you actually do it?
Earthquake, don't lie.
What part of this shit y'all not getting? Hell yeah, I will fuck the shit out of it. It's not that,
Earthquake.
it's not because I don't want to.
What if some
certain people just ain't got that gift for gab?
Hold on. You get up on stage for an hour,
Exactly.
non-stop, right off
Yes.
the fucking cup, improv, motherfucker.
Yes.
Impromptu. You're
Yes.
an actor, and you don't got. You're a.
You should be able to step off that stage, look at a white bitch, and just be like, "Suck me,"
yeah.
and that should be it.
Yes,
And
but
you
it
lock
don't
up.
happen.
You lock
Listen,
up.
It's certain men that don't have that qualification. I'm one of them, motherfuckers. Why is it shocking?
Wait till this movie with Ice Cube. Wait till this movie with Ice Cube.
Shit.
Wait till this movie
I
with
ain't
Ice
like I'm
Cube.
turning them down and shit. No, please, beautiful white women, don't suck my dick. No,
No, I'm
I
scared.
just can't. Yeah, no.
So what if,
Just
like, you
don't
know,
happen.
one of my, like with my wife? What if my wife was not that she's gonna be there, but like a woman that looks like my wife, and she's like,
Not that she's going to be at the club.
Earthquake, you know, hey, I'm a
Fuck
big.
this shit. It'll be the best 2 minutes of her life. I'm telling you, man. I'm with it.
Now, you got the average, you know, black guy, you know, big dick kind of deal?
It all depends on the competition.
Well,
Like,
I mean,
My dick perform according to the competition.
have you seen your boy's dick here? I mean, you
Of
guys,
course they have.
You guys probably
my
compare
dog,
dicks,
that,
huh?
man. Them motherfuckers right there, boy. Them motherfuckers don't play. Them
They got big dicks, huh?
I don't know how big their dicks is, but they don't play.
What's that mean, Earthquake?
Women go crazy over them.
So they're getting
Now,
some
out of
puss.
these two, which one gets more pussy?
Oh, he's married. It's that one right there. Get
Yeah.
more pussy. Kiki, you tell him Kiki Barber.
Kiki Barber gets.
He walk around with a helmet.
He's got red. He's got red.
Yeah.
Now, what's the athlete's name? What's his name?
His name Kiwi. Go ahead, man.
How y'all doing today?
Kiwi,
man?
how can we? Can you
Now,
take, can we can't even see your. You look at the Unabomber, the black Unabomber.
Damn.
I mean, you're the,
Now, how am I supposed to come back off that?
I mean, you're the Larry guys.
Where were you an athlete?
Where were you an athlete at?
Baltimore, New England.
Really?
Really?
Football,
Yeah.
baseball,
Both.
really?
Yeah.
College, pro,
Pro.
really? What
Where'd you play college ball?
He didn't.
You walked on and became pro in
I got
both
drafted
sports.
out of high school.
Nice.
What? Do you play for the Orioles?
Yeah.
Really? And then the New England Patriots?
Yeah.
I never know. I hold on now. I'm calling shenanigans on that.
Go ahead, check it out. God damn it. You don't come in here live. I can't get a white woman and he play pro ball.
And didn't go to college.
And
didn't go to college. I be
didn't
trying
go
to
to
help him out.
college. Didn't go to college.
Now,
This is a true story.
what position you play? Defensive back, wide receiver?
Wide receiver.
Wide receiver. What year for the Patriots?
99.
Really?
Yeah.
And how about for the Orioles?
I got drafted in 92.
Oh, there's a lot of athletes that actually are both, right? Did you? I mean, what
I'm
did
from
you,
Florida. I'm from Florida. You know that we get down.
Where
like
you from
that
in
down
Florida?
What part of Florida?
Right out Quincy, Florida, right outside of Tallahassee.
Oh yeah.
That's
Yeah,
where all
we get
the
down
brothers-
like that.
That's where all the
They
brothers
didn't
live.
suck you at FAMU, Florida State. They didn't grab you.
Hey man, hey,
He didn't go to college. He said,
I
fuck you,
got
Bobby
time
Bobby.
for that.
Fuck you, Bobby Bobby. I'm going to play
I'm like
baseball.
everybody else. I like money.
I mean,
colleges ain't going nowhere. Last time I checked, Florida State was there since 1849.
now, hold on. Now, what kind of signing bonus out of high school on the baseball tip?
Well, right now, none, because I spent it all.
I mean, how much was it, at that
92
point?
style.
92 style. They gave me a little small. I'm embarrassed to say, man. I'm embarrassed to say,
don't
man.
be
That's
embarrassed.
back then. It's years
I
ago.
ain't got it no more, man. I got it all on my hands and wrists,
You're
man.
hanging out with Earthquake. There ain't nothing embarrassed. And you're getting more pussy than he is. There ain't no
Hey, man, I'm married, man. I don't know what you're
He's looking
talking
over
about.
his shoulder like you must be married to a black woman because you're looking over your shoulder waiting for a bullet.
I am married to a black woman. Yeah, that's why I'm like, hey.
No, I mean, like you get 500,000.
A little more than that. A little more than that.
Damn.
And you didn't have any of it left now.
Blew it.
Huh?
You don't have any of it left now?
Man, blew it. 18 coming out of high school with 500,000.
What'd you do with it?
I know I wouldn't have it.
What'd you do with it?
It's a place called Magic City in Atlanta, Georgia. I know where my money at. It's a strip club up there, yeah.
Up in Atlanta,
They're holding
Georgia.
it for you.
Yeah, they're just holding it for me. Yeah,
You're getting some interest.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah,
It's like a
you
bond.
know,
It's an IRA.
Yeah, 10 years, 10, 12 years of Magic City. Yeah, just go in there. That's where it's at.
Now, Rondé, what's your deal? Where are you from?
This man just gonna keep calling me Rhonda.
What's your deal?
I'm from Houston.
Houston,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm a Texas boy, man.
And how long you been on the road with Earthquake?
Well, we've been friends for about 12 years.
Right.
Yeah, we've been working out together on the road last year or so, doing it big.
You looking for some pussy tonight? So now, is your pussy of choice or black, white, Hispanic, Latino?
White girl. As long as she was born a girl, it don't matter to me. Man.
And over 18.
Yeah, I got to be over 18.
Now, Earthquake, if you were to put an order in tonight, like if you could
yeah,
would it be white, black? I mean, well, you never had a white one.
Well, I'll take a white one. I'll take a sister. Take a Latino.
Asians?
Asian? Nah.
Who's your dream woman?
Halle Berry?
No. Alicia Keys.
Queen.
Oh, Lord. I make
Alicia
love
Keys.
Alicia Keys.
Alicia, please, man. Have you seen her complexion?
Queen Latifah?
I
That bitch
love
is oily as fuck.
I agree. She's hot.
I'll take
Earthquake.
Alicia
But she's
Keys.
not Rihanna.
Your
but
boy
she's
said
hot.
Queen Latifah.
I'll fuck Queen Latifah. And her girlfriend.
You get up in the mix. You get right up in the mix.
I'll fuck both of them. They're going to have to wait between each other.
So Alicia Keys, your dream girl.
She's hot as fuck,
I love
man.
Alicia Keys. I'd make love to Alicia Keys if she came out of AIDS clinic.
And the other sisters.
You gotta like Rihanna.
Huh?
Little Rihanna.
How about Beyonce?
I had to kill Jigga.
Right.
You fuck with Beyonce right now, you got to kill him. He don't take losing well.
What about Vivica Fox? Is she still looking good or she hit the wall?
Yeah, she a friend of mine. She cool.
Okay.
She hot.
She hot.
I mean,
She's
she hot. You
Yeah.
know. These just jokes.
No. He just turned to his boys and they're all fucking. How about Lisa Lampanelli?
Nah.
You wouldn't fuck her.
No, hold on.
She
Lisa,
fucks a lot of brothers.
Yeah, well, she's on the Jews now or something like that.
Nah,
I mean,
she fuck a lot of brothers. I did a thing with her. She fucks a lot of brothers. Nah.
You did a thing with her. What do you mean? You put it in her ass?
Nah, we did something together, and she said she fucks a lot of black
She does
men.
a lot of black men.
I said, well, you must not got to the E's yet. You gave me none of that pussy.
Now, how about Ice-T and that pimp?
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
got a fine one, boy. Coco.
Not only that, but he runs a tight ship and a heavy hand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see. That's what I ain't
He's
got
the
no
ultimate
pimp
brother,
in me.
isn't he?
I ain't got no pimp in me.
Not like Cat
You got to
Williams.
start beating women down a little bit.
Nah, that ain't me. I'm a mama's boy. If I had a pimp, all
Maybe
my
you need to
hoes
toughen
would
up a
call
little
in.
bit. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm a tough motherfucker. I'll knock you out. When it comes to a woman, man, it's just like beating on a punk, you know?
Now, you were in the
You
military,
can win
right?
that.
You in the
11
military?
years.
11 years?
What part of the military?
Air Force. I loaded nuclear weapons for a living.
Really?
Yeah, on B-52s, and then I transferred over to F-15s.
Did you go to Diego Garcia?
Nah, I was at where I'm right now, Boxdale Air Force Base. That's where I started. Yeah.
How'd you make that transition from that to comedy?
The war broke out, Desert Storm, when they invaded Kuwait, and I was like, shit, I don't
Fuck
mind.
this.
Hey, I joined the military to go to college. I could stay at home and get shot at.
You didn't want to fuck with the Arabs, huh?
Nah, man, fuck that. Once I found out who the enemies was, I'm like, shit, they blowing themselves up. Shit.
Now, have you gone over and supported the troops over there for a comedy act or anything like that?
Yeah, I believe in soldiers. I'm just not a soldier.
Right. But I mean, would you go over there?
How about
perform
Soldier
for
Boy?
them?
How about Soldier Boy?
Yeah, Soldier Boy, cool. I don't know his dance though. Fuck him.
Yeah, that's too many moves for me. I get tired of that shit.
I'm the two-step guy.
And plus, you know what? I'm not trying to be racial, but I can't understand the motherfucker.
Yeah, you ain't racial. I'm black. I don't get it either.
Yeah. I mean, he like cuts off his words. He's so fucking lazy. He won't even say like, he wouldn't call himself soldier, but a soldier. I mean, I can't even understand it.
Yeah, that's how it
These
is.
two
That's
brothers
that
look at me saying,
slang.
"Look at that fat white motherfucker." Stupid bitch.
That's that slang.
Can you guys understand what the fuck he's saying? He don't even say half
I
the
don't
words.
even listen to it.
I got me some bathing names. What?
Yeah, well, I understand every word of it just about. But the hell, that's all I do is listen to rap.
Exactly, Rhonda, because that's what all the white chicks that you're fucking like to listen to.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
that's the popular thing now.
Now, Earthquake, out of all the towns you go to, I mean, you're on the regular comedy circuit. You go to all of them.
Yeah.
What's your favorite town?
Atlanta.
I'm ask your boys that too.
Atlanta and Miami.
Okay. And why is it? I mean,
because of the strip clubs, independent contractors are there.
Yeah.
Right. Are you getting a lot? I mean, are you getting? Now, you haven't had a white woman, but do you get a lot of women on the road in general?
Nah, I don't, man. I mean,
you too tired?
Comedians. We don't get groupies.
Bullshit.
We're friends with Artie Lang.
Richard Pryor and Artie. I mean, Richard Pryor got all the pussy.
Yeah, Richard Pryor also was doing cocaine with them motherfuckers.
I bet your Cat's getting some pussy too.
I bet your Cat Williams getting some pussy.
He's a pimp.
Now, what about?
We gotta pimp you up.
You know who's hot? You know what comedian's hot is that Melody Camacho. Do you know her?
Yeah, Melody is hot to you.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I went and saw her
she's
open
my
up for
girl.
Cat. I went and saw her open up for Cat. She was pretty good, but I was like, damn.
No, she's funny.
Yeah, but you know what? You're looking forward to
Yeah.
after this movie.
Fuck yeah.
After this movie, you're going to be on a whole new level. I mean, you're going to be in the first
Don't
movie
forget
doing
about
that
us,
thing.
bitch. Don't forget about us when you get to be big time.
Then you bump up into that upper class pussy that you're looking for and the groupies.
The bitches are going to be spreading it for you when you're moving.
And then once they fuck you over, it even costs you more money.
We'll never get that again, motherfucker. It'll be paperwork, motherfucker.
I got a 69. See that chick out there? I got a 69-page prenup.
Damn, I don't even need. Mine ain't gonna be that motherfucking long.
No.
You get what the fuck you came in with. I get what I came in with.
Peace.
Sign here.
Sincerely, fuck you.
Get it notarized.
Yes, that's right. Ain't no more of that.
And have one of your boys' witnesses, and it's fucking law, man.
Yeah, it's law, man. Ain't no leaving. Fuck that.
Earthquake is in the house. Love Earthquake. Doing some movie deal. It's Earthquake. What's the movie called? You told me earlier.
It's called The Comeback.
It's about football, right?
About football. It's about the first female young lady quarterback to take a Pop Warner team to the Super Bowl. To the Pop
For real?
Warner
I mean, it's a real
for
story?
It's a real story.
So is this like a drama? Like
yes, it's drama.
Total
This is
drama.
comedy? You're not gonna be
drama.
being Earthquake
Nah,
and being
it's total
crazy?
Drama.
So
It's
hold
a
on, are you
drama.
Earthquake, and then at the end of the day you screw her, or what?
Yeah, nah, I'm just she a kid. Man.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. I thought she grew up to be like Queen Latifah or something. and
Nah, you know I do Queen Latifah.
I got issues with Queen Latifah being a cover girl model. I'm sorry. That doesn't make sense to me.
She's fine.
You
She's
think
fat.
so? I don't. I can't
You know
see
about Queen
it.
Latifah's fine, and you're giving me a hard time about Melody Camacho? Are you kidding?
I didn't say Melody wasn't fine.
Said her
I
jokes
just
were tired.
said She ain't finer than Queen Latifah.
Oh my
You
god!
said her
You
jokes
need
were
some
tired.
glasses.
You said her jokes were tired.
No, Melody's funny, man.
Melody's jokes are
She's
tired.
very funny.
She's funny.
She's very funny.
Anyway,
Melody, my girl.
Earthquake, thank you so much. You and
Thank
your
you
boys.
for having me.
Thank you so much, and thank you for you and your boys, and
Yes.
the Baltimore Orioles / New England Patriot that wasted $500,000.
Oh, I got an email that he left the New England Patriots weeks before the Super Bowl and didn't get a ring.
Are you
What?
shitting me?
Is that true or not?
You got to just bring that up, man.
No, I just got an email.
Hey, you know who he looks like? You know who he looks like?
I'm over here.
Hey,
I'm
you
over
know who
here.
he looks like?
Y'all making me feel
He
bad
looks
about
like
losing all my
Keyshawn.
money, and you gonna bring that up, man.
Hey, you look like Keyshawn.
He said he looked like Keyshawn.
Nah,
He wish he had Keyshawn's money.
Now, what happened?
If I were you, I'd go around saying I was Keyshawn.
Now, hold on now.
You're wrong, man.
Hey,
Yeah,
Earthquake, what's his name? What's that guy's name?
Kiwi Baker.
Kiwi Baker.
Yeah.
You went the Patriots in '99, and you get off the fucking phone, man.
Hey, man, doing business, man. Business. Trying to
Now
go
listen,
mess
man.
with my money.
You quit the team weeks before the Super Bowl
I
and
didn't
did.
just quit the team. I was hurt.
What happened?
Just a little tour ankle. That's
No, man. There's some bullshit behind that. Come
a
on,
little tour ankle.
Rhonda, help me out. What happened to the deal?
Did you have some beef? Did you have some beef with the coach? Was it coaching beef?
It was Coach Beef, wasn't it? Yeah.
Belichick fuck with you?
He still got a tape. He got the tape that gonna bring down the New England Patriots.
Oh. See, you need to listen to Earthquake. He was trying to get you paid.
Earthquake needs to represent you, bitch. Fuck you being a manager. Let Earthquake manage your bullshit career. Fuck you handle the money. Let Earthquake handle the money. Tell you what to do. You fuck it all up. You can't even stay on a football team.
So you just up and quit.
What a dumbass.
Nah, he fucked up his
So you,
ankle.
I
keep telling you, you want to listen to me.
But you, okay, so you messed up your ankle.
I tore my ankle up and I couldn't perform. I couldn't perform.
So he got put on the unable to perform
You
list.
got put on IR?
Yeah.
No, unable to perform, and he got no ring.
You got no fucking ring.
No, and then I didn't even get a chance.
You couldn't
to
even
come
fucking fake it?
It goes a long way. That's
Well,
what
hold on.
Bobby Greer.
To me, that's kind of cold-hearted of the Patriots to do that.
Yeah,
they don't care.
fucked
They're
up,
gangsters.
man.
They don't give a fuck.
They're gangsters. You're a soft brother. You're a soft brother, and they're gangsters.
Nah, it's one thing I learned with him. Everything is business, man.
So how happy were you? Honestly, how happy were you to see him to get beat?
Actually, I went because it was in New Orleans. I had a home in Houston. And by the halftime, a couple of my boys, I'm good friends with Tyler and all. I went down there doing halftime. And by the time I landed, we just got drunk the whole night, so it was cool.
What about this last Super Bowl here? You kind of happy to see him get beat a little bit, weren't you?
Yeah,
a little bit. Catch the ball. If he catch that interception, game over.
Fuck that.
Now, if it was a fifth, we'd all be drunk.
We must be good Giants, man. I'm
Man, that's bullshit. You came that close to a big-ass ring. You know what kind of pussy you be getting off that ring right now? None of this third-rate shit you're getting now.
Hey, man.
You're getting some good stuff.
Well, I really wish I could just talk.
I'm trying to goad you into talking, buddy. Come on now.
I'm married, man. I'm married. I'm all right.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, he's married to a black woman, too.
I didn't mean to. I wasn't disrespecting your wife. Yeah. I forgot you're married.
Yeah,
I thought you were the other guy.
I don't want to have no.
I don't want to get no heat with your wife.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to disrespect your wife. I wasn't saying third-rate pussy from her. I thought you were the other dude, Rondé over there, getting the third-rate. The third-rate white shit that he's going to get tonight.
Hey, boy, they bought none around here, boy.
No, Bubba don't play.
Bubba don't play.
Bubba ain't bullshit.
We don't fuck around, man.
Bubba ain't bullshit.
We make fun of everybody. We fuck with everybody.
Yeah, we fuck with each other the most.
These are just jokes.
Well, a lot of them.
You know it. I had to put a disclaimer on this shit.
Anyway, Earthquake, we love you, buddy. And you know what? If you ever come to this area or whatever, you and your hanger-oners, man, we'd love to have you.
Man, thank you.
Hanger-oners. I'm kidding you.
Remember, it's quakeshouse.net.
Quakeshouse.net.
Yeah.
And he's going through a real bad divorce tonight.
But he's a movie star now.
He is a movie star. So any of you hot-looking white chicks that's going to the Improv tonight or tomorrow and you want to have a threesome or a foursome with a couple of the brothers?
At least give Earthquake a jacking or something.
I mean, give Earthquake a handy or an asshole licking or something.
Him off
Yeah.
Would you like to get your asshole licked?
Please.
So, Earthquake, how'd it go in there?
It was great, man. Bubba's my man, the love sponge. You ain't nothing better than that. He's quiet, he's wild. If you listen to it, this was just jokes, okay? I'm telling y'all, it was jokes. But Bubba's a great man, and it was an honor to be on this show. I had a great fucking time.
Thomas, stand-up comedian. Been working in stand-up for about 10 years as both stand-up and as a writer. Left on tour about 3 months ago, moved into a tour bus, and huge fan of the show, listen to Sirius all the time. It's kind of like my outside contact to the world, actually. And always thought the Howard Stern room was the toughest room in the country, and I figured if I could come in and do a little bit of my act and pull it off in this room, then maybe I'm on to something.
So Howard and his show are sort of a benchmark for how far you've come comedy-wise?
Hopefully. I mean, that's what I hope that, you know, if it all goes well, you know, I guess I'll find out one way or another here this morning.
As a fan of the show, you know that sometimes it doesn't go well in here.
Well, as a comedian, I know it doesn't go well.
Right.
So I can't imagine. Just imagine it's going to be amplified by 10 times that, you know, in the room. But, you know, what are you going to do, man?
either way, you're still going to continue on with your comedy?
Well, I'm kind of past the point of no return at this point with it, but yeah, I hope to be able to, get at least a gauge of where I'm at, and maybe if I should spend the next year continuing to open for other comedians, or if I can actually step up and start headlining like I've been doing the last few months and continue to go that route.
All right, Jamie, good luck today, man.
Thanks, man.
All right, speaking of comedians, so I get a letter from a guy.
Yeah, this is interesting, this story.
I get a letter from a guy named Jamie Thomas, not to be confused with Jay Thomas, who will be here on Friday. But Jamie Thomas writes me, and he says, look, I'm a comedian. And, there's Jamie Thomas. Oh, hey, man. Oh, man. What happened to you?
I didn't know who that was sitting out there. I would never have guessed comedian.
That was Kenneth Keith Kallenbach. Bro, where are you from? You look like you're from, the hills of, West Virginia.
Alabama.
Alabama, yeah, that's what I thought,
that's what
bro.
you look like.
I would guess rum runner, moonshine seller.
When's the last time you ate, dude?
It's been a couple days.
Yeah, you're a skinny dude, man.
You know what he looks like? And I'm not casting any aspersions here. I don't know you at all, but you look kind of like a meth head.
Do you do meth? Do you do
No.
crank or meth?
The 300-pound guy is selling me?
Yeah.
Well, I wish I needed.
And what's going on with the teeth? You can't get them fixed? I mean, you're in show business, right?
Well, obviously just starting out. So.
All right, you're just starting out. So Jamie is a guy. He writes me a letter. He's a sincere guy. He said,
I'm
look,
looking him over going, now, if I had to pick a profession for him.
serial killer?
Well, he could be a very funny comic.
I'm sure he is.
Of course. So anyway, Jamie wrote me a very passionate letter, and he said, look, I had this burning desire to be a stand-up comedian.
What was he doing while he was burning?
Well, let me tell you what. He's a married man. He's got 2 kids.
Wow.
Say goodbye to them.
And I'll tell you, 3 kids, sorry.
3 kids.
And you know what? I'll tell you
Your
how much.
wife must be so proud.
I'll tell you how much he put himself on the line. And Jamie had an engineering job. Good job.
No.
He made money.
What railroad?
Yeah.
What does an engineer do, honestly?
Actually, I work for it's a big company. I was a computer engineer for programming and stuff for TiVo software.
Right. So you were making a good living, right?
Yeah, a great living.
And Jamie, unbeknownst to his wife and his children,
Quit his job.
And he went out and started doing stand-up comedy.
They didn't know a thing.
They didn't know a thing until 14 months later. They couldn't pay the mortgage on the house. And Jamie announced to his wife, listen, the reason I can't pay the mortgage is I gave it all up.
I quit.
Now you do have a responsibility to your wife and kids. I mean, that's a bold move, isn't it?
Don't you think you should discuss something like that with your wife?
Yeah, in hindsight, but that was just kind of the way it worked or went.
All right, so you lost the house. They had a beautiful $500,000 home in Georgia, right?
Yeah.
Which gets you an estate in Georgia.
Oh, my God, they own half the state.
It was like 6,000 square feet.
They sold the house, and they bought a tour bus, and Jamie put his kids and his wife on a tour bus.
Now the kids aren't getting any education.
They're very young.
You want an idea what this tour bus sounds like? Will was trying to interview Jamie yesterday.
Tour bus. Now, what do you mean by tour bus?
You can imagine what this tour bus must be. It's you and 3 kids and a wife. And how big is this
Just
tour
2
bus?
of my kids, but
2 of the kids.
Yeah, my smallest ones, youngest ones.
I see. Okay.
It's just a 40-foot long tour bus.
You have enough gigs to support a tour bus? Like you
No, the $500,000 house supported the
Right.
tour bus.
What do you mean? Where's your youngest one? You left him somewhere?
No. My oldest daughter lives with her mom in Birmingham.
Oh, okay.
I had a daughter when I was in the military.
Oh. Oh, boy, this is complicated.
She's lucky.
It gets there.
Yeah, she's real lucky. Who does she live with?
Her mom.
Her house doesn't have wheels.
All right, so 2 of the kids live with you.
Yes, sir.
And your wife.
Yeah.
Just to give you an idea what that sounds like when you pack 2 kids and a wife in a tour bus, just listen to this as Will attempts to interview Jamie yesterday.
Hey, you knock it off. What happened? Hey, come on.
Jamie, what's going on?
She got in a fight with my bulldog, and
Were the kids good?
yeah. So, well, my son,
There's a dog
my
out
little
there.
girl,
There's a bulldog
oh man,
there.
she's a handful. So
You guys all on a tour bus right now.
yeah, they're in the back or whatever. Apparently, my 2-year-old got up and whacked my son in the head and then poured Gatorade all over him. And then my bulldog decided she didn't like it and bit my son. Well, not bit him, but it's like I have an English bulldog too to travel with and stuff.
Wow.
So who's crying right now?
That's my son. Except the dog got in between him and the dog's real protective over the girl.
Right. So he got in between them.
Not exactly Van Halen's tour bus.
No. So you do that pretty much all day, every day. 24/7, man. Oh my God.
Living the dream.
So Jamie wrote me a letter and he said, "Listen, I want to know, am I wasting my time?" In a way, listen.
You've
in a way,
already wasted it.
I mean,
this is too late to ask.
I mean, at this point, it's sort of disingenuous because if you think about it, Jamie, you're not really going to quit the business if I tell you you're not funny, are you?
No, not quit. I mean, I think I am past the point of no return. But,
right.
Well, I have to. I mean, obviously, this is exactly what I did in life when I was 23. You know,
yeah,
I had
but you didn't have kids and a house.
Exactly. But so I can't get honor for this. I support them. You got to chase a dream. But how far along are you, though, Jamie? Like, how far? How many gigs have you done? Have you made any inroads? Do you have an agent who books you? Like, how far are you into the whole thing?
Yeah, I've been doing well. For the last year, I've been headlining, doing 45 minutes. Doing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, no kidding.
That's tough.
That's pretty
You've
good.
gotten somewhere.
Yeah.
Howard, ask him how much he makes for a headlining gig.
How much do you make?
Like $200-300 a gig.
200-300 bucks.
Ooh.
200-300.
I've
You
been
do
doing-
45 of those? Yeah, I'm not a mathematician, but that's $7,000 a year. I mean, you're making some good money there.
But I mean, look.
Last year I was doing 20 to 25 gigs a week. So
right.
Wow. Shows.
Right. So you're really honing your craft, is what you're saying.
Yes.
I see.
And you want Howard to evaluate? I think it would have been better before, you know, like when you were an engineer.
Yeah.
Well, what do you have? Do you have a tape of your act?
No, I'm gonna get up and do a couple minutes.
He's going to do a few minutes for us right now.
Oh, well, all right, great.
That's pretty brave.
That's very brave.
That
I mean,
is
look,
incredible.
If
And
you
you
can do
had
45 minutes, that's great.
And you had well, it depends on the quality of the 45 minutes.
Well,
I could do 45
you know,
minutes.
Jeff
but
the drunk can do 45 minutes.
But you know, comedy club audiences, if the first 15 ain't good, you ain't gonna get through 45.
Right. Now, are you going to be able to take honest opinions from myself, Rob, and Artie, even Fred? Are you going to be able to?
Yeah, that's not a problem.
Not a problem. All right. Well, you
How
seem
is your wife dealing with all this? Is she a happy woman?
Well, you know, considering she found out about everything 2 weeks before Christmas, she's great. She's been just supportive.
Where are your kids and wife parked right now? I mean, honestly, where
I had
are
a
you?
gig earlier this week in Stroudsburg, PA, up in the Poconos.
So they're parked there.
Yes, sir.
You
And I drove in. We pull up, you know, the van behind us as well. So
Right. So you pull in the van with the kids and the wife.
Mm-hmm.
They park it in Pennsylvania, and then how do you get here?
We pull a van behind the tour bus.
A van.
Yeah, they're in the bus. He's got the van.
It sounds like quite a lifestyle.
It's
It really
insane,
does.
man.
It does.
So oh, you said they're very young. I'm like worried about these children.
No, my son's 3 and my daughter's 2.
And you had a tough upbringing, right? You grew up poor, right?
Very.
Yeah. You grew up where again?
Southern Alabama.
Southern Alabama.
Yeah.
And both parents were retarded?
Well, my mom more so than my dad, but yeah.
You know, it sounds like they had a retarded.
No, wait. No, come on.
Dude,
Wait.
I hope you have some
This is
material on
serious.
that.
Oh, I do. I thought I was Einstein until I was like 15, man.
Yeah. You
Because I was so smart, you know. I was like, what the fuck?
What do you mean? Your parents were both legally retarded?
My mom is, I guess, just slow adult. I don't know what you know.
I think
And
I saw a special about you.
Your mom is a slow adult, and what's
Yeah.
with your dad?
Same thing, just
He's
not
a
as
slow
bad.
adult, too.
Yeah.
Where did they meet? In a slow adult program?
They
Yeah, one of those
very,
apartments.
actually,
In a
yeah,
mailroom.
yeah.
Did they meet in the mailroom?
No,
Where'd they
they
meet?
They met exactly what you said. I mean, they went to a special school and met
Right.
there.
They were on that short bus.
And they were
There you go.
probably told, look, don't have children.
Yes, that's right. And
Yeah.
they had 3. 2 of them got the same condition they have, and one of us didn't.
You were like the Lord of the Flies.
I guess so.
You're telling me you have 2 brothers?
I have a brother and a sister.
And both of them are slow adults?
Yes.
Holy cow, that had to be a very depressing
And you
upbringing.
become an engineer. They look up to you like, wow.
And you're the genius in the family, so you had to, support them? And
In a lot of ways. Well, I left home at 16. I got emancipated. And I got accepted to a math and science academy in Texas. Went there to finish high school. Then joined the Air Force.
Can I ask you a serious
imagine, Howard?
Can I ask you a serious question?
Sure.
Do you believe that slow adults should be allowed to have children?
No.
You don't?
No. Because
Even though you wouldn't be here.
Not because of, in my case, you know, a normal child can somehow, you learn to take care of yourself. But in my brother's case especially, he never got what he needed. You know, now he's serving a life sentence in prison. He's 18 months younger than me.
For what?
It's 3 times. It was a 3 strikes you're out policy, drug trafficking, all kinds of stuff. But
And
he just got involved. He always wanted to fit in, you know. So he was willing to do anything for anybody, and he got in trouble too many times in the state of Texas.
So in other words, being a slow adult, he didn't have a parent that he could turn to and have the world explain to him.
They still don't, you know, they don't know how to deal with it or help him or.
You know, usually we're so tough on criminals, but I'm sad for him. I mean, when you tell me that, it's like, how could he not have gone wrong in life, you know?
Yeah. And for me, as weird as it might sound, like I'm kind of happy because I know he's somewhere and being fed and safe and all that kind of stuff.
What's
and,
up with your sister?
My sister she does okay. She is closer, I guess, to my dad's condition than my mom.
Yeah.
So.
So
she's married. And,
yeah, exactly.
You know.
If she's halfway decent looking, she could get married. Some dude will support her, and she'll be okay.
Exactly.
For a boy to have two slow adult parents and be a slow adult and not have anything explained to
A girl
him.
can survive that, is what you're saying?
Yeah, she got by. You know.
You must really be fucked up in the head, huh?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
That's a good recipe for comedy.
Pretty crazy things happened when you were a kid.
Were you embarrassed?
Yeah, it was insane.
Were you embarrassed by your parents when you were a kid?
Very. It took me. I was probably 30 years old before I was even able to
acknowledge.
When I left home, I left.
Right.
You know, I mean, I got emancipated and just left. I went off, finished high school, got myself through college, went in the Air Force, became an officer.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
It was almost like being raised by wolves, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Hey, Howard,
what is your,
a very sensitive outlook on it.
And so what is your IQ? Do you have a high IQ?
Actually, I got tested. It was like 131.
Wow, that's very high.
Yeah.
That's bordering on brilliant.
You know, it was above average, I guess, but in my house, it was Einstein. I literally thought I was, you know.
And did your parents ever say to you, listen, you're the smart one here, it's up to you?
They came to me for everything.
Like what? Like what?
Anything. Like whether it be
money?
Managing the bills or the budget or how do we do this.
You had to do the shopping, you had to do everything.
Or help.
Yes, Dad, now you exhale, now you inhale.
So you became a parent, in a sense, to your parents.
In a sense, that's the reason I got out of there as quick.
Yeah.
I just couldn't, the burden became a lot.
You were lucky they knew what to do with a baby.
Yeah, well, my grandparents played a huge part. They were
You
there.
still don't know how to use the toilet. Did you? So this is a tough upbringing. I mean, man, I feel bad now. How am I going to tell you you suck?
I was
if you
very
suck?
fortunate. I'm just, you know, this is just the stuff that kind of shaped
well, if
me,
they say comedy comes from pain, you must be hysterical.
Well, if Richard Pryor sat here when he was 19 and told you his...
we'd have been sorry for him,
yeah,
too.
Do you do material about your retarded parents?
Yes, I do.
You do? What do you say? I mean, can I ask?
I just talk about what it was like being raised by them. I mean, how confusing it got at times, or, you know.
Are we going to hear some of that today?
Actually, I'm going to do something about my brother. The bit I had involved him a little bit.
Oh, that's good,
I was going to do some stuff about that.
Hey, Howard, I wondered, like, when you were a kid, did you ever come home and find anything, like, really weird going on? Like, I don't know, like there was a fire in the house or your parents left the gas on? Like, it must have been a huge burden for you.
No, not that intense. I mean, like, I would come home to, you know, obviously, like, electricity had been cut off because bills hadn't been paid, or, you
that
know.
kind of thing.
Like, my dad never could see past, like, the next day. He had a little bit of money and got him through today.
Would you be like a junior high school and then come home and the electricity was off and you'd be the guy that would call the electric company?
And try to get someone out there, or get it resolved, or go bum the money from
Holy
neighbors,
mackerel.
or
You know
whatever
what's
I need
weird
to do.
about it is like what you're saying is, because you're a child of this, that slow adults should be sterilized. Absolutely, because they can't take care of a child.
And like many people in Alabama, do you feel the same way about Jews and blacks?
No, I actually grew up in it was majority black neighborhood.
I believe that.
You know, I mean, just from being support. I mean, I didn't realize it was the projects until I left Alabama, because in the South it's called homes.
Right.
So I used to think, well, I don't live in the projects. I live in the homes. You know?
Like when you were a little kid, how did you even learn how to go to the toilet? Like your parents probably.
No, they're
didn't
not
teach
that
you.
bad.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
they're not
They're
not like Gary the retard, I guess. In this.
Right.
They're
more like Wendy.
Yeah, and,
the retard,
and maybe Andrea without the looks. You know, they just didn't know how to.
I hear
and
you.
my mom.
Wow, Andrea without the looks.
Remember, like Bill, the slow adult. That
That's
guy.
exactly what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
There was a guy. Every mailroom has a guy who can function in delivering the mail, but has trouble making decisions.
Exactly. That was it. I mean, my dad he drove a truck all of his life. You know, he could do that very well.
A functioning guy.
For the most part. Now,
Yeah.
and my mom, she could never really hold a job or whatever, but. It
Tough life.
It was intense. Nah, it really wasn't. I mean, as crazy as that might sound, you know.
Let me ask you something though. Did they really love each other?
I don't know. I don't know if they did or didn't.
Do you ever visit him or anything?
I haven't. I seen my dad recently for a brief moment.
Did he recognize you?
Yeah.
See, when you say it wasn't a tough life, your actions indicate something different. You haven't even visited them.
Yeah.
In how many years?
No, I have a lot of anger. Now that's
Right.
that's a whole different thing.
Okay.
But as far
Right.
I mean, the things I've been able to accomplish and go on and do on my own, and my kids, my wife now, the family I'm married into.
Let me ask
you know,
you
I feel
something,
very
though.
blessed.
Were you
and
scared your kids would turn out slow?
very
Yeah.
terrified.
Yeah.
Terrified.
And they're all right.
They're I mean, unbelievably smart, actually.
They're all midgets.
They're all midgets.
Well, you want to do a little of your stand-up? I'm anxious to hear it.
Sure.
And I think I'm probably just going to tell you it's really good no matter
one
what.
more thing.
No.
I think
Yeah.
that maybe he wasn't able to handle all that success. He had to mess up his life.
Yeah, maybe.
Because he's so used to dealing with messes.
I don't know, man. That's he's kind of dealing with a mess right now.
Oh, boy, did he make a mess.
Gary in Boca Raton, Florida. You're on the air. Gary in Boca Raton. Go ahead.
Hey now.
Hey now.
How you doing, Howard?
What's up?
Hey, let me ask you a question. Does this guy, Jamie, is his parents retarded, or maybe his grandparents? I mean, not his
No,
parents,
his
but
parents are retarded. Where have you been?
He meant the
I
grandparents.
mean, his grandparents.
Oh,
Are they
grandparents.
retarded too?
Were your grandparents slow? Do you know that?
No, they were fine, I guess.
They were all right.
So he's the only one in the entire family that's retarded?
Yes. He's
this
normal.
guy can just stand on 45 minutes alone with this comedy.
Well, all right. Let's go and give Jamie a shot. This is Jamie
I really hope he's
Thomas, and I say you're funny anyway.
funny. I really hope he's funny. I hope he's killer funny.
But this is a tough way to do stand-up. I would feel weird. No, I wouldn't feel confident doing it at this point.
But that's how funny he's got to be.
Yeah.
Should we bring in more people, or is this like?
Do you want a bigger audience?
I think that'd be good.
This is fine.
Yes.
Okay.
He's probably used to this number.
See, he's a real pro, Artie. Not, you're a little bit of a baby.
I got to tell you, I'd be intimidated by this.
This guy gets right up. He doesn't care how many people are in the room. You probably played rooms as small as this.
Smaller.
That's right. All right. Go ahead. Jamie, I'm turning Jamie Thomas, everybody. You decide. Should Jamie stay in stand-up comedy or not? All right. Go ahead.
Well, like I said, I got a big, huge family in Southern Alabama, and we used to get together every holiday for meals, stuff like that. And my grandmother used to cook Christmas dinner. She'd cook night and day, and we'd all show up, me, all my cousins, and all that kind of good stuff. And, she'd get a little tired. And my grandmother was this big, huge 350-pound lady, nice Southern belle, and she would never fart in front of anybody. But after she'd get through cooking dinner, she'd always have to slip and go take a nap now. Now, when my grandmother would go to sleep, the funny thing about her was she would snore. I mean, so bad that it would actually just shake the house. And my cousins and I, we'd sneak back into her bedroom because once she started snoring, we knew it was coming and everything. Now, when my grandmother farted, it sounded like a motorboat just in water. I mean, just water. I mean, it was like, woo. And we used to dare each other to go stick our heads under the cover and see what it was like. And everything. So one year we're back there, we keep taking turns going in to see how long you can keep your head under the cover, and she'd fart all over you and stuff. So my brother comes back there, who's, retarded. And my brother, he always wanted to please. Now, all we did was just stick our head under the covers, but of course we tell my brother, you got to get your face as close to her ass as you can. Now, I don't know if you've ever seen a 350-pound lady fart in a retarded boy's face, then wake up to have that retarded boy stuck between her legs. But it is the craziest shit you will ever see in your life.
Right.
Now, my grandmother wakes up one time and here my retarded brother is literally stuck between her legs because she's a big lady, and she's just yelling because she doesn't know what's going on. And every time she yells, a fart would come out and just blast her in the face.
That's it?
Well, Will said just do a minute or two. So
all right. Okay.
I mean, I can do other stuff, I guess.
What the hell happened?
One story?
One story. That's all you gave Jamie? Go ahead, Gary. What is this?
Can you do another minute or so?
All right, go ahead. All right. I was rolling with you, but then it got cut off, kind of. Felt like it died in the middle, right?
I could have. I was just trying to keep it slow.
All right. Rob, what do you think so far?
Well, I think, this is part of his stand-up act and probably works better in a nightclub. This wasn't the right sort of
It's also not how you start
momentum.
Right, it's not how you start an act. Like, he wouldn't come out and start with that. Like,
No.
Just give us your first 2 minutes.
Can I say one thing?
Go ahead.
Just, that's a funny story and stuff, but in a club, do you have any bits that have more, definite setup punchline type
And that
stuff?
people can relate to.
That's a funny story, and it's great to tell stories, but do you have any stuff that's, set up punchline more like a...
Yeah, you got to
traditional stand-up.
Yeah, you got to warm
make a
up
quicker
the
hit.
audience.
Hey, by the way,
I was just trying to jump into something.
You also said you're a computer guy. Can you fix our computers? And if this doesn't work out?
If this doesn't work out, maybe I'll go back to it. I just nervous.
Give us another minute or so. Go ahead. If you got anything.
How do you start?
Yeah, how do you start?
How do you start your act normally?
Right.
Well, just a bit last night I came out and said, all right, it's that time of year again where the president, it's time to vote for the next president and everything. And I was in the military for 6 years serving under Clinton. And we used to travel all over the world, and there's some crazy places to go and everything. But the idea of having a woman in office just scares the hell out of me, because just like any American boy, when you look at a woman, the first thing you think is, can you fuck her? everything. So I know overseas and in Korea and Saudi Arabia, these men treat women like nothing you've ever seen. So I know when Hillary Clinton's going to be standing in there, first thing they're going to be thinking about is, you know, her sucking on Bill's balls and the hairy balls and down on her knees and all kinds of shit. I mean, how the hell are they going to take anything she says seriously? Because when I look at her, I remember the Hillary back in the early 90s, you know, before we knew she was a lesbian and shit. And I mean,
I hope you have good entertainment attorneys as well.
All right, so I like this. In other words, you're saying that if there's a female president, these guys overseas are going to see her just sucking balls. And
yes, you know.
Jamie, where'd you do that last night?
Just at an open mic over in PA.
In Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
Like the Philly area?
No, Strasbourg.
All right, Robin, should he stay with stand-up comedy?
Geez, that's a hard call. If you like living in the bus, go ahead.
How
Yeah,
long
I'm
have
not
you been
gonna
doing
tell
it?
Off and on. I started in the Air Force Tops and Blues talent show. Like, it's the same start that Earthquake guy.
Like, how many years have you been doing it?
About 10 years now.
You've been doing stand-up for 10 years?
Off and on. And most of it was writing for other comedians and just developing stuff like that.
And making a living at it.
What type of
making a living at it last 3 years.
Right.
What type of material would you write for comics?
Mostly political, current
What's a
events.
joke you wrote for a comedian? A political joke?
One I wrote recently is Barack Obama. Can you imagine after World War II if we, you know, replaced him with a guy named Rudolph Hitler?
Oh, right.
I did something like that. I actually wrote a bit about Robin recently and her being 69 with Jim Florentine.
Oh, really?
I wondered when you started dating Jim, because of all the you know, before you slept with him, since we all know you did that by now.
We do?
Yeah. But when he showed up to pick you up, were you constantly staring at his crotch to see if you could pick up on the size of his balls?
Another call to the lawyers.
All right, listen. Listen, what do you, I don't know how to advise you here, Jamie.
Go ahead, Howard.
Oh, boy.
I would say this. Not having seen the act, but just dealing with what we've heard here.
Don't forget, both his parents are retarded, so go easy.
No, you don't have to go easy.
No. You obviously have great stories and, you know, good material. It's a delivery problem.
Oh.
We still need to work on. There's a lot of work to be done.
Have you really been doing it 10 years?
Often, most of it was writing, and then for the last 3 years,
Well-
I started doing just opening MC, and then I started featuring and started headlining.
Call me Simon Cowell, but I would stop. I would.
He hasn't gotten any better in 3 years.
Well, I'm going to say one harsh thing, and I'm going to give you another nice offer because, again, I've been doing stand-up, I don't know, for 20 years, and getting up in a room like this is so hard to do it.
It's terrifying.
That's why I think in this room you should have went for maybe definite setups and punchlines instead of a story.
Okay.
But based on what I saw, if you've really been doing it for 10 years, I don't know if it's going to happen, man. But that being said, what you want to do 5 minutes on one of my shows?
Oh, I'd love it.
All right, well, there you go. You know, we're going to leave it at that. Artie,
That's where you really.
Well, are you going to say anything, Howard?
I agree with Artie, unfortunately. I do.
You think you should just get out of it altogether?
I'd get it right out of it, yeah. I mean, based on 10 years, I'll tell you what.
No. I've only been doing stand-up, like, as an act the last 14 months. That was what I did behind my wife's back. The rest of I did sketch comedy.
14 months, Artie.
Oh, wait, well, that's
a little different.
That is way different.
Yeah, I did sketch comedy and, like, more part of a trio before that.
Can you, and if this is an offensive question, stop me, can you rejoin the Air Force? I mean, it seems like you were doing very well.
I mean, if you've only been doing it for
you could go to an open mic night every once in a while.
You know what you have? You know, the problem is, it's like you're not prepared. It seems like you're not prepared because you know what you do? You do a lot of and stuff. You know, that's a nervous
we have
thing.
to add a lot to the story. I think I'm supposed to know the and stuff.
Like there's bits, you know, I've been doing and every other hack comic been doing that. It's so second nature. I could do some in a coma, and you know where to hit a punchline. You know where to hit. You know, a pause. It's almost like you expect to laugh, you pause. And it doesn't seem like you have anything that prepared yet.
No, honestly, I didn't know what I was going to do, so I walked in the door and got a feel for what you guys were interested
Well, that
in
was
as far as my
probably a bad
life.
move.
No, I had a bunch of stuff, you know,
Well,
that
can
I
I
was
tell you something?
considering.
Look, you've been doing it 14 months is what you're really saying. And I have to tell you something. After 14 months in radio, I was really shitty.
Yeah, that's more encouraging,
if
14 months.
Here's why I'm going to encourage you. I'm going to tell you this. After 14 months in radio, I was worse than when I started. That it took me a long period of time of crisscrossing the country, practicing this, and sort of getting it right So no one really knows the answer as to whether or not if you put another 14 months.
Well, see, that's what I was saying. He's not seasoned.
He's
you can
not
see
seasoned.
that he does not know how to tell the story to get the laugh.
You know, it's a good exercise for you to do, honestly, and you could do this on the road. Never do it in a big market or on television.
I know what you're going to say.
But-
Whip out your penis on stage.
Well, that or I would tell old jokes.
Yeah.
I would get on stage and tell old jokes to get your presence down.
Yeah.
And then go into your material. Like I would literally tell, you know, like what Jackie Martling used to do. You get up and you tell an old
Used
joke
to?
from a joke book.
Used to.
Come
Still
up,
doing
come
it.
with a
Come up with a
He used to do
persona.
it.
I'm sorry.
And then rewrite
doing
those,
different.
Jackie's still doing it.
and rewrite those jokes.
He's still practicing.
Well, what about what Bob Levy does? He eats blue cheese out of a chick's ass. Would you ever consider doing that?
How about grits out of
No,
somebody's ass?
I'm saying
That
like you know what? You go on stage somewhere where you know it's not going to leave the room and do like a Seinfeld bit or something.
Would you ever wear a clown outfit? No, all right.
You know, I mean, do an established thing with punchlines, almost like an actor would
Who are
do.
comedians you admire?
Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor.
Yeah, but you know something.
Cat
I don't-
Williams.
but you don't
See,
have that. You know,
I've
you have
never
any
worked in
white
front
guy?
of white people before.
You've got
either.
that look more like a Jeff Foxworthy or a Larry the
Yeah.
Cable Guy kind of thing, and you really should exploit that. I mean, I'll say one thing: you don't have the material yet, but you've got an interesting look. And you've got a nice stage presence. I think, Artie's right.
You've got the same interesting look Fred has. I'm
seriously. It's like there's a look to him. If he came on stage, you'd be paying attention to this.
Well, Fred
guy.
makes a good point that says like Jeff Foxworthy got a hook. Like you might be a redneck if.
Right.
Those are definite setups and punchlines. Like steal material on a Tuesday night in Mississippi,
And eventually
get
you'll make it your own.
Right.
Marty, you're saying he should steal material. That's your advice.
On a small night to get his stage.
Steal a
presence.
half hour of Foxworthy.
Ton of people do that, and then you get comfortable on stage, and then you write your own stuff.
I mean, you would start off your act like, so my parents are retarded. I mean, that's going to get everybody's attention.
people,
and then build from there.
All right, so listen. Okay, here's the advice, Jamie. We're saying 14 months, a little too early to tell. You got to keep working at your craft and make sure that you get some punchlines in there, Artie says. I say
Steal material is what Artie said.
I said rejoin the Air Force and go back to fixing my computer. No, I am telling you definitely that you can't judge somebody in the embryonic stage of a career unless you're like this breakout brilliant comedian. So you got to keep working on the craft, and that's what it takes.
And that was the whole purpose of this year when we threw everything in. I just wanted to go out and work as many gigs as I could. And get better.
That's by the way,
that was all I
get
wanted
it
to
on
do.
stage as much as you can. It's the best thing in the world. It really is because you'll get better every time. But again, this will put it in perspective. If you really had been doing it for 10 years, I would tell you to quit.
Yeah.
How many years did it take you to get
about 18?
Comfortable.
He just started getting comfortable last week in Atlantic City.
I'll tell you, on and off, comfortable. It took me 4 years to pass at a club in New York City, which, you wait online, you go on stage, and you got to pass. It took me from the ages of 22 to 26 to pass at my first
So
club.
that's the point. I mean, you got to keep working at
You're
this
early
thing. You're
in the
early.
whole thing.
You're early.
But, yeah.
All right. Check out Jamie Thomas at myspace.com/comedian Jamie Thomas. That's right. myspace.com. I guess it's / comedian Jamie Thomas. myspace.com comedian Jamie Thomas.
Hey, Howard, can I just, you know what?
Yeah.
Can I plug where you're going to see him with me then? And I'll
All
give
right,
you a
go
nice
ahead.
I'll give you a nice payday.
All
I'll
right.
give you like $500. You do 5 minutes, and it's going to be down south. Look for us in Wellington, Florida, Saturday, March 22nd. The Cultural Trust of the Palm Beaches.
So it'll be
Myself,
Jamie Thomas and Artie Lang.
And Greg Fitzsimmons.
All right.
And the great Eddie Brill. And call 561-333-4948. March 22nd, Saturday. The Cultural Trust of the Palm Beaches.
Sounds like a good break, and tape it so we can hear what Jamie
That's
does.
the other thing.
We'll follow your career.
We'll follow your career. All right,
Thanks,
Jamie, good luck to you. You had a tough life, and you got a tough life on the road with the wife and kids there in the bus. I wish you a lot of luck. I really do. And hope you do well.
Pleasure to meet you.
You're a veteran, an Air Force guy, so we're pulling for you.
Do you have a tape of you doing stand-up?
Yeah, I do actually. I got a CD.
You should give us that, too.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this stuff most white people have ever performed in front of. So.
Well, let me tell you, us white people, we're real tough, especially
Yeah,
Ron.
you don't want to perform before white people. They're very tough.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Jamie. Nice meeting you. And there he is, Jamie Thomas, Robin, who is trying to be...
A comedian.
Yeah. He's trying. All right, you're doing all right, man. You're gonna.
Yeah, that's hard to get up there and do what you just did.
You just did a good job. Bob, go ahead. You're on the air.
Hey, first-time caller, long-time listener. He needed a hook. That hook should be, your parents might be retarded if, kind of like a Foxworthy thing. What do you think?
All right, well, there you go.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's too close. But as an exercise, yeah, definitely, to get better on stage. Sure.
All right, I like that guy.
And, give a shout-out to whatever his name is.
Jamie Thomas.
No, not Jamie. Jeff Foxworthy.
Well, that ain't going to work on the Tonight Show.
Hey, Jamie. What's up? What's up, man? Can I talk to you for a second? Hey, come on over here. So, not a horrible review, man.
Not fucking horrible, man.
You're not happy with it?
No, I had no idea what I was doing, so I went in. I couldn't decide and went with the wrong shit. Fuck.
But they didn't give you a completely bad review. They sort of said, work on some delivery. They saw a definite potential for,
Yeah, but I've been doing it longer to know that, man, I should have.
What were some of the things you thought you could have gone into better? Like, what were some other?
I wasn't clear about the bit I was going to do, and when I got in there and they started asking all the questions about the family, I went with something that had worked a few weeks ago right in the middle of my act, and didn't remember it.
But they even acknowledged that that's not an easy way to get into your comedy, to just throw you under the spotlight in the middle of your routine.
Yeah,
it's not a traditional way.
I should be better than that.
Wow, you're being hard on yourself. They gave you a pretty good review. They said you should keep doing it.
Plus the fact that Artie's going to give you a shot to get up on stage. I mean, that in itself could be, a chance to, if you felt you didn't do so well today. You got a shot with Artie? You know what I mean? You got a shot with Artie, you got a shot of redemption, so.
Yeah, hopefully. I just. No, it's cool.
John, you're on the air in Boston. Go ahead.
I can't stand Robin.
Thank you.
What?
I can't stand you either.
I thought she was just being incredibly nice.
You're giving comedic advice. What advice do you have?
I happen to be a huge fan of comedians.
I'll say.
And I've slept. Never mind.
Wow.
She's sleeping with one.
You know what?
That's how big a fan she is. She gives and gives and
Let's
gives.
just say last night she had a funny bone inside of her.
Oh, yeah.
It's like the old Levy joke.
Silly.
A 6-inch funny bone.
What is it, Gary?
I think Jamie's upset.
Why?
He looks kind of depressed.
I think he's a little shell-shocked, and I think he feels like he went with the wrong material, and I think he's a little bummed out.
Jamie's bummed out. I thought he got some good feedback here. He got a shot with Artie, and we've said that he's a beginner, and he's got to.
I think he was telling Will that he feels like he blew it, that he didn't go with the right material, and.
He looked a little depressed walking
Well,
out.
I've had that look a million times. I mean, honestly, do you know how many times I've bombed and every comedian's bombed? I mean, I bombed as recently as like 3 weeks ago. And it's not an easy thing to do.
Well, tell him he should come back here in 2 years, and his parents are welcome here anytime.
Well, look, he'll be in front of a crowd.
It's could be regular.
March 22nd, he'll be in front of a crowd, and we'll
Okay.
tape it. If he brings it, it'll be good.
All right.
Yeah, there's another day.
Let me speak to him for a second. He had a presence. We're saying he's got to develop. Jesus Christ. I mean, why are you walking around bummed out?
Oh, no.
We
Be honest.
Be honest. You bummed out? We gave you good feedback here. You got a shot with Artie in front of the audience.
That's great. Yes, sir.
You got. Look, we're telling you, you got something going on. We don't know what the fuck you got, but you got something.
No, I know. I appreciate it. I was just being. It's just an honest reaction, man.
Dude, 14 months. It's really so in the
Early
beginning.
on.
Yeah.
You're likable,
Definitely, that's for sure.
And as Fred said, you have a look.
And Fred knows all about that.
I think he could really exploit that. I mean, you just brought up something. Could you imagine, talking about the first time, he brought his wife home to meet his parents? That must have been a pretty interesting situation.
Let Fred write
real
for
life
you.
situations like that. I mean,
that's what that's what majority of my act is. It's just been my life. And
Did you go out there? You say a lot of people think I'm sick because you look kind of sickly. You say, a lot of people think I have rickets.
He even had a good joke a couple of minutes ago. He says, "This is the most white people I've ever played in front of." Which you could use. Jokes
You know what
like
you should
that.
try? You go here's an old joke, but it'll be perfect for you. You could say I recently took an AIDS test, and I got a 65.
I know,
and that's going to work.
I could even say this is the most amount
you.
of white people I've ever worked in front of. Therefore, I'm going to do all of Eddie Murphy's act because you guys probably don't even know.
You guys are all too scared to sit in front of him.
Right. All right. So listen, don't be bummed out. Get out there. Keep honing your craft. All right. Go ahead.
I relate to it, man. You shouldn't be bummed out. 14 months. We'll do this gig. You'll make some money. You'll be all right.
All right. Hold the $500. Come on.
No, I'm saying no. You know.
All right. Thank you.
It's a start.
And an iPhone.
Yeah,
And an iPhone.
We'll give you Benji's iPhone.
The last thing he needs.
We could call the Air Force and beg for his old job.
I feel bad. He really is bummed.
Hey, he is.
Of course.
I can tell.
Oh, whoa. He's doing okay. Nobody said no.
Well, you know, I mean, I'm thinking he's thinking this is his Tonight Show.
I know.
I understand you have some retarded parents there, man.
I so relate to that feeling. I just,
I like the guy.
And he's a great guy.
He had a
Now
certain...
you know what it feels like to be Simon Cowell.
It ain't good.
Yeah, Simon looks all bent out of shape over what he does in his Bentley.
Like he could give a shit.
So, Jamie, you take that, that second piece of advice from Howard. Does that sort of resonate with you now that you've had another shot to go in there and you sort of...
Nah, man. I mean,
You take it seriously, so I know obviously you want to do as best as you can, but that wasn't the worst review in the world. You know what I mean? It's not like...
Nah, fuck.
You could have done better.
I didn't want to go in there and seem rehearsed, so I didn't want to do anything. I don't typically write out my, what I'm going to do for the most part. And I didn't want to come across as rehearsed and contrived.
So you tried to sort of parlay the stories about your family and...
I tried to just go in there and take the kind of get a gauge of the room and go with what they found interesting and then do something about it. I should have just done something that I've did 100 times before on stage,
But you tried to sort of improv and get into something about your family and stories about your family.
And it just didn't work out for me.
But they said you have a good presence, you have good stories, it's just a matter of delivery, and coupled with the fact that you just jumped right into it, in a way that you're not used to. I mean, that's just tough. I mean...
Yeah, I honestly thought I had 90 seconds to and that was all I was going to get. So fuck.
Yeah, man. I mean, you're beating yourself up. You're gonna get a shot to go on stage at an Artie show.
Yeah.
Actually get a good opening, slot and get some notoriety. So I mean, definitely got something to go on from here. So.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, good luck, James.
Thanks.
Uh-oh. He's right here. Who's in there?
Hey, Jamie. How you feeling, man? You all right?
Yeah.
Dude, believe me. Why did you say 10 years and then why just?
I was just saying total for sketch comedy.
Right. Well, sketch comedy is insanely different than.
It was a traveling sketch comedy show.
Yeah. But I don't know. I just said on the air. I was doing it about as long as you did, and I took. I was way worse. I mean, that's the thing. I was way worse, and I got better at it, and I'm making a living at it. So, obviously, that's encouraging. So keep doing it.
I'm gonna keep doing it. I just, you buy me once in a while.
I know these people. I'm comfortable. I've had this job for 7 years, and as an established comedian, I could not get up in a room like that on a radio. It's very, very difficult what you just did. It's harder than in a club with a crowd. So, we'll do the gig together, and I know I'm relating to what you're going through, but you're being way too hard because that's not a very it's not a great situation there. That's a tough room. I bomb in that room every day, and you far from bombed. It was fine. You got
No, I bombed.
But there's no. How could you kill in that room?
I didn't expect to. I just wish I'd have.
You know what? You did the right thing in reaching out to us, and it's publicity. You got on the air, and really, do me a favor. This is March 20th, so you got a month. Really prepare like a solid 5 minutes. Go to clubs, get something really tight for this show, and that'll be a huge opportunity because it'll be on tape, and I'll relay what happened, and if that's a big way to get some notoriety and some gigs.
Yeah.
You work 7 nights a week?
Yeah, I'm working 7 days.
Yeah, well, that's great, man.
29 shows last week alone, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Where? Along the
Hershey,
South?
PA.
So you just drive town to town with the bus and
go past at the club and get booked.
Well, dude, that kind of work ethic is unbelievable. Something's got to happen. Something's got to happen.
I went with something I did before,
Well, second guess the material. That's something I've done a million times too. It just, it was a story you were telling, and it needs more like a boom punchline, you know?
Yeah, I didn't want to sound rehearsed, you know.
Right. Well,
Thanks
just,
for that.
you know, just don't bum out about it, and I'll see you March 22nd, man. You know?
Thanks, sir.
Be good and live for another day here. It's a shitty business, anyway. It's a shitty business. Bunch of assholes. Good luck with everything, Jack. All right?
What? Everyone's commenting to me about this.
What?
So Robin, like right on her desk, like right where she reports the news from and where she sits every day, there's a big gallon jug of like urine-colored liquid, and like it
Why
can't.
is it everything I do gets so screwed?
And everyone said, like, there it is, and it can't leave her side.
Can't leave my side.
Like it's almost like your baby bottle. Like it's like this. What the fuck is that stuff? Look at this. She comes in with big gallon jugs of liquid.
Yeah, what is it?
I don't know what goes on in there.
It's got a bunch of minerals and stuff in it.
What is it called?
It's called water I mix up.
I told Gary, I said, I think that's Dr. Ronnie's urine. Her actual urine.
Very precious, very precious.
It's lower than it was this morning, so what's in it?
What do you mean it's lower than? So I'm drinking it.
Is that your liquid diet stuff?
It's minerals.
Someone gave me a report who will remain anonymous because it bugs you when you're this scrutinized, but someone said you're back to eating bread.
Where? I eat bread occasionally.
Yeah, we heard you're eating bread.
I always ate bread. I just don't eat it every day, and I don't eat it all the time.
See how irritated she gets?
No.
You're irritated.
But no, that's some spy. Ooh, I saw her eating bread.
You don't like people spying your gallon jug, though, right? That's private.
Well, this is ridiculous. I don't know what they're drinking.
What is it?
It would never occur to me.
But where do you get this drink? How does this drink come to you?
From a naturopathic doctor.
And you mix it with a powder?
A bunch of liquids actually go into the water.
What do you mean a bunch of liquids?
Different kinds of liquids that replace minerals that I am lacking.
So it's water, but there's no water.
Yes, there's tons of water. There was almost a gallon of water. I poured some of the water out and put the minerals in.
Do you understand, Artie?
No, I mean, don't ask me about minerals. You know, so what else is in it? I mean, exactly.
I couldn't
how do
tell
you make
the
it?
names
Like,
of these
where did you get this jug? Where did you?
I got this jug from a supermarket. It's just
Right.
distilled water.
Right. And you emptied the distilled water.
I emptied some of the distilled
Right.
water.
And then you put in what?
I put in little tablespoons of these different minerals.
In liquid form.
Yes.
And where do these?
And some Active C and some others. I don't know. It's just a bunch of stuff.
And who told you how to make this drink?
A naturopathic doctor.
Not Dr. Ronnie.
No.
Wow. I picture you in there. Eye of Newt.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, what are these? It's wild what goes on
Actually,
there.
I
that
feel
jug.
like a chemist making
Right.
up all this stuff.
Well, you know,
Do you say a blessing over it or anything magic?
No, I don't bless it.
So, wow.
Actually, I'm on another 30-day fast, so that's part of it.
Oh, when did that start?
Why? Because you have
Saturday.
Because you still want to lose more weight, right?
Sure, and I just want to, I told you, I have a very toxic body. I'm taking care of it.
You love it.
You're not eating for the next 28 days.
Yes.
So
Aren't you depressed?
So,
No.
so that's you're going to live on that drink or that maple syrup
No,
drink?
there's a lot of drinks. I have
You're going to drink for 28
I've just
days.
been drinking. I have shakes to drink and this to drink.
What's in the shake?
There are different kinds of shakes.
So it's not a true fast in the sense that the shake is like one of those protein drinks?
A couple of them are protein drinks. They're mostly juices.
Uh-huh. That's different than the last fast.
Yes, it is.
Right. Wow.
Let me
ask you, so much fun.
Do you have any?
Enjoy it.
Do you have any?
Nobody's over here complaining.
If I give you this suggestion, don't get angry. How about 3 meals a day?
I eat 3 meals a day or whatever when I'm eating. This has nothing to do with that. It's not only
Seems
about
so
weight
severe.
loss. It's not severe at all. It's very nutritious.
Oh, you've got to be miserable during it. I don't care. You can put up your bullshit facade.
But I don't eat like you anyway.
I see.
I eat lettuce every day.
Well, That's just not going to last. You can't eat lettuce
I don't
every day.
even care about what things taste like anymore.
Right. We'll see.
Wow.
Whatever. See how you want.
But you're back on bread.
I'm not back on. I was never off bread. I eat vegetables and grains. What is the big deal? I don't eat meat.
You don't
eat animal products.
You don't eat bread the way Richard don't drink.
I never said I didn't eat bread.
So you're losing lots of weight then. You're not eating anything.
I hope you are.
I
Yeah,
mean,
she clearly
I don't
has.
understand what's going on here.
What are you saying?
I don't know. You should have lost all the weight you need to lose by now.
That's because I have this metabolic syndrome. It doesn't happen. It doesn't matter what I
This drink is... throw that drink out now.
Why?
Because it's not working right. I don't like what it's doing to you. It's going to make you grumpy.
I've been on it for 2 days.
I don't like
I've
it.
never been...
This is not right. Just eat something.
I eat when I eat.
Right. Go back to your bread. What is your metabolic syndrome, by the way?
I have no metabolism.
Oh, stop it.
All
Stop
right.
it. If I put you in Africa...
You should have seen my blood studies. Forget it. I couldn't survive Africa.
Who could?
Who told you have a metabolic syndrome?
I did.
You decided this.
Yes, I decided that.
That's insane.
But my blood studies, some of my levels for immunities are down to 0. I have no blood.
Who told you that? You have no blood. Who conducted these blood studies?
I've been
a real
anemic
doctor?
all of my life, Howard.
But did a real doctor tell you this?
Real doctors,
Yeah.
fake doctors, everybody has
Right.
always told me I've been anemic. I've never been able to give blood in my life because my blood count has always been low.
Yeah, Scott, you're on the air in Boca Raton.
Hey now,
Hey
hey
now.
now. Robin, I feel bad for you. First, I love you, but you got to do a couple of things. One, you got to get to a real doctor. Howard should send you off to one of his people.
Oh, I'm not going to any real doctors. I was at the real doctors.
I mean, metabolic syndrome, that's like I've got a thyroid problem. You're a healthy, vibrant, beautiful woman. You've lost the weight. What about like eating just a few normal meals a day, 5 times a day kind of
She
thing?
won't do it. She wants this drink. And I'm against
Oh, my God.
We got to get her into Ben Stern's rehab for eating center for 2 weeks. He'll square her right.
Now, what does being anemic? What does being anemic have to do with having a slow metabolism? I don't understand the correlation there.
Well, quite frankly, what starts the engine is oxygen. You need oxygen to combust and create that digestive fire. If you don't have a normal blood cell count, you're getting less oxygen into your system, and that creates a syndrome.
See, Americans, Chris Rock does a routine on it. Americans always have syndromes. This is, I don't know, this drink. I see that big jug, and I get nervous for you.
It's just water.
Really?
With minerals.
And that's going to be your whole drink for...
Minerals, trace... No, this is... again, I told you I'm drinking shakes. There's
Now, what is that shake you drink?
That was a protein
All
shake.
right, how many of those shakes are you having?
Those? Yeah. I have 2 of those.
2 of those a day?
Uh-huh.
During the fast?
I have other juices and things throughout the day.
Okay.
But if you ate right, Robin, you wouldn't need to be drinking minerals.
Ate right. I can't even digest meat, sir. So don't suggest it to me.
Meat. Other than Florentine, no meat needs to be eaten.
The only meat that needs to be in you is Florentine.
Damn, nobody lactose intolerant in Kenya.
I'm saying we have to find the right normal balance between, spirituality and health.
Hey, I got to ask you, with all this juice...
I have not complained. Why are you bothering me?
With all this juice, do you still have a solid bowel movement?
Of course I do.
You do? It's
Yes.
solid.
It is solid, yes.
How often? Not once a day, not if you're just drinking juice.
Yes, I do have.
Really?
Yes.
I'm shocked to hear that.
At least once a day.
Is it easier to wipe? Like, is there less residue?
What is wrong with you?
And what do
These
you mean
questions are
you
ridiculous.
can't digest meat? Can
I
we?
really
Where's the
can't.
medical record on that?
That's what was wrong with me. I felt miserable all the time because the stuff would just sit in my
Howard,
stomach
that's
like
true.
lead.
That's true. That's true. One time after sex, she had a movement, and there was a McDonald's Big Mac from 1969. I saw the package.
Oh my God.
Your movements must be way different just from drinking juice, I would imagine. I mean...
Well, you imagine all you want.
I imagine your movements. That's what I do on the weekend. I imagine your movements.
I'm so happy for
Good for you. All right, look, I'm not going to bust your balls. I'm just worried about you. That's all. Don't mistake my concern for not caring. I care.
Fine. Don't I look fine?
You
I'm
look
not the
good.
one complaining
No,
about
you
being
look good.
tired all the time.
No, you look good. I got to admit, I'm tired. I am tired.
Robin, this afternoon.
Artie's falling asleep now. He's eating.
Well, his eating's out of control. I'm not suggesting you eat like Artie.
Maybe I can't digest meat either, and I just eat through it.
During the fast, will you do rounds of coffee enemas? Will you?
Surely, I always do coffee enemas
regardless.
when I'm fasting.
Yeah, you do.
Yes.
When is your next coffee enema scheduled?
Tomorrow.
Will you do it with Judith or on your own?
I'm going to be on my own, I think.
And they're closing Starbucks in Jersey.
You picked out your own coffee already?
Yes,
you have it in your house.
the coffee.
It's in your house.
It's in my house.
Is it a new coffee or the same one you always use?
It's the same one.
What is the brand?
I don't even know. I get it at the health food store. I don't pay attention that it's the right kind.
I'm going to say something crazy. Why not use the mineral water for that urine-colored jug for your next enema? Why not shoot that into your ass?
Because that would not be the use for my urine-colored jug.
You know what's great is
you would never drink coffee and then put the urine in your ass.
No.
Yeah.
But the urine, it's not urine.
Will you do it yourself?
What?
The enema.
Yes.
Yeah, it will be unassisted.
Oh, my goodness.
You'll lay down on the floor and stick a tube in your ass
That's
and
right.
hold the coffee water as long as you possibly can.
I will hold it for 10 minutes if I can.
Wow. Is that your record, 10 minutes?
No, my record is like 20-something.
You've held
20.
a coffee enema in you for 20 minutes.
Jeez.
And you think that's doing something, right? You're sure of
it was recommended to me. I'm doing fine. I continue.
Wow.
You know what's great?
What quickly?
If you're with Robin and you don't know what her diet is, she gets mad about it because, like, at John Hines' bat mitzvah, she was in line for the food, and somebody goes, "Robin, you got to try this roast beef," and she goes, "I don't eat that stuff anymore." She got really offended.
Oh.
And then,
Is that right? I got offended?
it seemed
Who
like
said it to me?
I don't remember.
How
but-
dare you?
Don't you know?
Don't you tempt me with that beef.
And then one day,
What rock have you been under?
I was telling Robin about my new coffee machine in the break room one day, and I go, "Robin, have you tried these flavored coffees?" She goes, "I don't drink coffee anymore." She was
But why
mad
put
I
it in
didn't
your
know.
ass? It's the same thing. You're absorbing it. Might as well drink
no,
it.
I let it out.
Yeah, but it's absorbed. I mean,
It's not absorbed as much as when you drink it.
right.
It's funny she won't drink it, but she'll put it in her butt.
That's right, Richard. And it's funny that you throw up on your shoe.
We all
How much
have
coffee?
problems.
How much liquid do you put in your ass and hold for 20 minutes? Like, if you ever, like,
It's a quart.
a quart of water.
Yeah.
Does it get uncomfortable by 20 minutes?
It gets uncomfortable in 1 minute.
It does. And why 20 minutes? The longer
20 minutes because I wasn't having any problem. You know, some days you could just lie there forever.
Did you ask her, is it decaffeinated? Or
No,
is it...
it's full strength.
So do you get a buzz
The
from
darker,
it?
the better.
You
No,
get a-
some people say they do. It doesn't bother
It's not grande.
No, it's the Tanzanian Gumby Reserve.
You know what you should do is you should just shove Juan Valdez up your ass.
You know, he might be up there. Somebody
I can't imagine. I honestly cannot imagine taking coffee, a quart, a gallon. What is it? A gallon?
A quart.
A quart. A quart is like a milk. You ever to get a quart of milk? Okay, so we know what we're talking about.
Everybody knows what a quart
Right.
is, Howard.
And
Her ass is like a super tanker.
and like sticking a quart of liquid into my asshole. And where it is even like you have to pucker up and. Oh my God! I can't even. Does any of it leak out?
No, I'm good.
Like little drops don't ever.
No,
nothing.
No. If I feel that, I get up and I go. I don't leak.
But you never
Leak?
spilled a little bit of like a half a cup.
No.
Wow. And how does it get into you? Like in other words, you squeeze the enema bag.
No, get gravity, my dear. Gravity
oh.
brings it in.
Oh, excuse me. I didn't know. Gravity. So how long does it take before the whole quart is in your ass?
A couple of minutes.
So when you say 20 minutes you held it, you're saying after the couple of minutes of it all getting in, then 20 minutes begins.
Right.
How do you open up your asshole?
What do you mean, open it?
Like, what do you stick? How big is the object that delivers the enema?
It's very small.
You lube it up?
Yes.
Yeah. How far in do you put it?
I don't know, 6 to 8 inches.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Yo. 6 to 8 inches.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's like when we hooked up the hoses for the orange juice. It's right in, yeah. That's
Can you walk around with the liquid in you?
No.
No. You lay on the floor.
Yeah.
You lay down on your back or on your side?
On my side.
And what do? You read a book or?
I meditate.
It's painful.
Rest,
Is it painful?
Contemplate things. No, it's like, if you have to go to the bathroom really bad, sometimes you have to sort of, live through that.
And
get yourself through that.
When the coffee comes out, it comes all out in one toilet? In other words, you don't flush.
Toilet? I don't go to another.
Does Duty ever come out with the coffee?
Surely.
Oh, really? Oh. I wasn't aware of that.
What do you think the Duty sing? It's coffee, don't go out.
Does the Duty smell like coffee?
Everything smells like coffee at that point.
And after you go, do you examine what's in the bowl?
Sometimes.
To see what Duty came out. Right?
Just to try to make sure everything's coming out.
What do you mean, to make sure what's coming out? What are you making sure is coming out? When you say everything, what is everything? What is everything? What are some of the things?
In there.
What are some things that came out besides Duty?
I mean, nothing has come out besides Duty and coffee.
Yeah. So you want to see it for yourself.
You?
I would. Oh, I always look, but I mean, I want. You want it. What are you looking for? Is there anything specific you're looking for?
You're just looking for the color, consistency, texture, whatever.
And it pleases you when you see what?
No, it doesn't please me. I'm like, my God, where's it all coming from? I've been doing this for months.
And a lot comes out. And for someone who just eats vegetables and drinks, I mean, what is coming out?
A lot of stuff.
Duty.
Do you have to hire like a shit connoisseur to look at it?
No, I haven't had any shit readings, if you will.
Well, okay. Hey, I'm curious. I'm being serious about this stuff. I'm not doing it to embarrass you.
Sure.
You should try Dunkin' Donuts coffee. I've never shoved it in my ass, but
I could do a whole 4-hour show just interviewing Robin.
It's fascinating. I mean, look, if this is what's making her healthy.
I just sit over here minding my own business.
No, that jug.
And I happen to be carrying, I have to drink this whole jug of water today, so I have to have it here.
That jug is such a prominent, it's as big as your head. I mean, the jug is there.
Well, it's a gallon.
Everything with you is jugs.
There's 3 jugs over there now.
That's some jug.
This is bigger than the other
other jugs.
That wasn't always the case.
Well, good for you. You look great, though. I got to say, whatever you're doing, your eyes are clear, your skin looks good, your body looks nice.
Thank you for saying that.
You do look good.
It seems like I'm all right, even though everybody's suggesting that I do something else.
And I've heard a rumor you're thinking about changing your hairdo again.
No.
This is what I've heard.
No.
Are you thinking of changing?
No.
You're going to stick with your dreads?
Yeah.
All right. Someone said you were going blonde.
Sure.
All right. Have you ever done that? You ever dye your hair?
Have I ever dyed my hair?
Yeah.
Yes.
Blonde?
Not blonde.
What color?
The same color it is.
Oh, really? What? Are you gray?
I have a few.
Oh, so you color your hair? I didn't know that.
Occasionally. I don't do it often. I go long periods of time without coloring my hair.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But I just did it, so that's why I'm like, oh, what are you carrying? Why don't you guys just lay me under a microscope and do your best?
Well, everyone likes to know what you're up to.
I mean,
I can do nothing.
I'm fascinated.
I sit over here.
I'm fascinated.
I swear to you, I don't know what anybody eats out there.
The fact that you can hold...
Oh, what about me?
The fact that you can hold a quart of liquid for 20 minutes in your asshole. How long?
I'm very talented.
I want to set up a competition. How long does Judith hold it?
I don't know.
You never asked her?
No, we don't sit there with clocks and time ourselves.
Yeah, I know, but when you guys were doing this the first time, you agreed on a time limit, right?
No.
Oh.
Why would we do that?
Oh, I thought you guys worked it out. Like you said, let's hold it for 10 minutes. It'll be so much fun.
No.
I'll bet you can hold it longer than Judith.
Well, there'll be no competition.
Why not?
Because I won't participate.
You wouldn't go in a private room.
I'll participate if you participate.
No, I'm not putting anything up there.
I'm not going to participate in any other contest.
Yes, Dominic, what's up?
You have obviously shook hands with the devil, and you can keep your weight down no matter what. But the rest of
no matter what. Let me tell you something, my friend. During that rainstorm on Saturday, guess who was out running 4 miles?
Yeah, but
what do you mean, no matter what? I work my ass off.
Now, Dominic, he tortures himself, and he doesn't eat.
No matter what.
Yeah, but you know what? I went to the surgery. I gained half back. I'm fighting still. Robin fights. We never shook the hand you did.
No, but you don't think Howard's...
I'm curious about what Robin's up to. I'm not putting it down.
No, I'm not saying you're putting it down, but we suffer. All of us suffer differently.
Join the club. So what? What's your point?
Because your mother and father are thin. You're not meant
It has nothing to do with my mother and father. A lot of people with thin parents who are fat. Let me tell you something, my friend. I got so angry. I'm running on Saturday. I'm doing 4.5 miles. I'm miserable. And I said, the next motherfucker opens his mouth and tells me you've got it easy because you're thin, I'm going to sock him in the face. Get down here so I can punch you.
No, you said before
you deserve a punch.
I mean, I got to work my ass
heavy.
off.
I could
You
tell.
want to know something, Dominic? My weight went up to 196 this weekend. You know what I immediately did? No more desserts. Went out and ran. I cut back everything in half. No bread with dinner. And I got it down to 194. And by the end of the week, I'll get it down to 192.
Well, you were jogging Saturday. To show you what I was doing, I was eating Chinese food.
Right.
Speaking of you jogging.
But that's why you're fat. So don't complain.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. I mean, this guy goes, oh, you're so lucky. But I'm not sitting and eating a fucking Chinese food with tons of sauce on it. I'd love to eat that. That's my favorite thing to eat. But I don't eat it.
Now, I could tell that you make a ton of sacrifices to stick to that. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I mean, there are people who don't have
I don't have a jug of a quart of water up my ass or coffee. But everyone does their own thing. I'm curious. I think it's great that Robin can hold that for 20 minutes. That says something.
Well, and again, it's working for
It
us.
says you're very open to new things. I mean, you really are. That's so. I mean, I'm afraid of that. I don't think that's healthy at all.
That's an old thing.
I think putting anything up your okay. Do you really think God, if there's a God, whoever the grand designer is?
But now you believe in God.
For this, I do. Do you ever think that there's a grand design to put something in a thing that you shit out of? I mean, to put coffee up there? It can't be.
In that grand design, there was no pollution, no buildings,
I have heard that.
no cut down forests, no.
But your asshole doesn't know.
No
there's
processed food.
There was no homosexuals.
Oh yeah, there were plenty of them.
Who is the person that taught you about enemas?
Ronnie.
Dr. Ronnie.
Yeah.
Okay. How long can she hold a quart of water?
Oh, she can hold it a long time.
Oh my. Oh, she's like the Grand Poobah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh really?
Absolutely. You don't challenge Ronnie.
Really?
Don't
How long
challenge
does
her.
she claim to hold her enema?
She could probably keep it in all day and do
Really?
all of her work. And
Is that true?
Absolutely.
Are you really? Is that true?
Robin told me she can pick up a quarter with her asshole.
Someone told me she loaded in about 3 weeks ago. It still hasn't released.
You know what? That makes sense.
Did you enema with Dr. Ronnie?
Well, the day Judith and I, Ronnie was off in another area doing her own thing.
And because she is your guru and guides you in this, did you say to her, gee, Ronnie, how long did you hold your enema?
No, I didn't ask her, but it was just a general conversation.
Right.
And she was saying, I have held them as long as.
As?
I don't know, like an hour,
Wow.
just, then she said, I sometimes have to jump up and down or dance.
Why?
To get it out.
I mean, she retains it? Like she can't release it?
You know what? That makes sense to me because I always.
Her ass is like an oil field.
Stories.
Well, I'm sure she'd be delighted to hear about this.
That makes sense to me
21
because
pounds and 20
I always thought Ronnie was full of shit.
So Dr. Ronnie laughs at 20 minutes. She goes 20 minutes.
She'd say that was very good. You
Would she
only
say to
really
you,
need to do 10 or 12.
Would she say, oh, Robin, you're so proud of yourself. 20 minutes, I could do that in my sleep.
It was not a competition
Wow.
like that.
Someone told me Dr. Ronnie can put in 2 separate coffees and shit them out.
That's true. She can separate the decaf and the decaffeinated.
She can do different flavors.
And by the way, she can also rent out her ass as a wine cellar, too.
If she swallowed some cinnamon and sugar, can she shit a macchiato?
All right, Robin, congratulations. All right, good for you and your enemas. I think we've heard enough.
Really, Greg, you're not going to try to interview me about what just happened on the air.
Yes, I would like to.
No, I can't talk about this with you. It'd have to be someone else.
Why not? It's too clinical?
Yes.
I'm finding out too much information?
It's not something I want you to think of when you're thinking of me.
Oh, of course. I would never. My thoughts are much less pure than your enemas and stuff. No, but Howard doesn't seem to understand that this is something that's healthy for you and that you feel better. Why do you think he's having so much trouble adjusting to your new diet?
Because it's so foreign, probably, to his way of thinking of how things go. He normally assumes that everyone is like him. And so whatever is good for him should be good for everyone.
And he's very old school, like his parents. He likes to do things, it seems, very much the proper way, the conventional way.
Yeah.
Whatever you're doing, you keep it up, lady.
Well, thank you. Thank you
Working
very
nicely.
much.
As long as you're healthy, though, you're promising me.
I I'm taking care of myself.
Okay.
Just for you.
How are you today?
Well, it's early. I didn't go to bed because you can't really get up at, 5 and come here.
Right.
So I just stayed up.
Stayed out?
I can handle it. Makes it a late night show.
So are you looking forward to speaking with Howard today?
Yes, Howard is my mentor, my advisor, my guru. Since Richard Pryor died, he's my guy in show business. Listens to me, cares about me, doesn't ignore me like other people.
So he's the one and only for you.
Yeah, this is an important day. This is going to set a new course in my life, bring new context to me of people that are going to hear about my ideas, and it'll be a catalyst.
Cool. So
it's a critical day.
A great platform for you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good luck with everything.
Thank you for the luck.
Let me tell you who stopped by. Gallagher.
I just saw Gallagher.
The comedian. He kills me. He's always got something going on.
I thought he retired.
No, he ain't retired. There he is. He's got a business suit. He's far from retired. He's an executive now.
He's an executive.
Gallagher, you look
I
like...
am an executive.
You almost look like a Wall Street guy now.
I am. I trade stocks all day long. I know as much as all of them combined.
I used to see you on TV. You wore a cap and you wore jeans. You were very...
Cappy Genie kind of...
Cappy Genie.
And nobody would have thought you were an investor looking at that up.
Yeah, you've really classed yourself up.
Well, Jim Cramer copies me.
Is that right?
Sure, he says he's the Gallagher of stocks, and he smashes food. He says when one stock in a segment moves, then the other stocks are going to catch up. So he whacked a bottle of ketchup with a bat.
Well, let me tell you,
everyone rips you off.
That's right. Does Carrot Top rip you off in a sense? I mean, with the props, and then I think he even smashes a watermelon.
We had the same manager.
You're kidding. Did
He
you ever
used to came to my show when I was down in Fort Lauderdale. I knew him when he was a teenager. I didn't know he wanted to be me. I just knew he wanted to be a comedian.
Did it make you angry? Did you ever say to your manager, "Look, the guy steals my act. What is this? Why are you?"
No, he was going at a different audience. He was going for dumb people, teens. Silly, like the Conan O'Brien type of rattling laughter. I can never figure out what is funny about Conan. I mean, it's just...
Conan O'Brien, you don't feel he's funny?
No.
Not at all.
Terrible. Do you laugh? I don't laugh.
Will he let you on the show? Is this a little problem with getting access to the show?
Well, I don't think I'd want to be on his show because it's kind of teeny. It seems like it's painful if it's quiet.
Who do you like of the late night host? Do you feel Leno is a funny guy?
I don't think he knows how to do a monologue like Johnny. You don't walk out and say, well, what was in the paper? You wouldn't walk up to a person and say that, and an audience is just a person. So Johnny'd come out and he'd say, you sound like you're in a good mood tonight. What about this weather? It was sure hot today. Or, he'd talk to you like you were a person. He'd set himself in the space.
Well, Jay Leno is talking to you the way he talks to people.
Yeah,
you can't walk up to somebody and say, what I saw in the paper today.
Did you happen to read this in the paper?
And it's always the same style of joke. It's, here is the facts, and this is the consequence. This is the fact, and this is the consequence. I don't think he's ever written a joke, and I think he hires joke writers and teaches them to do it like he did. I remember when he was working for Jimmy... I can't remember his last name.
Walker.
Jimmy
Walker.
Letterman.
Yeah.
Letterman walked.
No, they both did.
Did they both?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. So when you see a guy like Leno so successful, do you say, why didn't Gallagher get the Tonight Show?
I know exactly the whole story. I know how he got it, and it's they pick from among the people that are there in Hollywood,
right?
And that are working the store and the Improv, and he kind of. Told the agents, the network people, that Letterman was too edgy.
I see.
He undercut his buddy.
Was Leno a good stand-up comic, though?
No.
No.
His show doesn't have any dynamics. It's the same at the end as it is at the beginning, and that you get bored with that.
What about Letterman? Is he any better, or is he?
No, he wasn't a comedian at all. But I would see him.
Hold on a second. Didn't Letterman do stand-up comedy?
Yeah, I met him when we were both hiding from the Tonight Show comedians that would go to the hotel next to the Comedy Store. And if you worked the Comedy Store, they'd come over and get some jokes from you to use in the sit-down.
Right.
So we were working in Murray Langston's club in the Valley. He had bought this club with the Sonny and
Unknown
Cher.
Comic.
Yeah, well, yeah, but he worked with a black guy, and they had an act together on the old Sonny and Cher show, and he bought this bar from these lesbians. And Dave would be there, me and Dave and Junkman and the Carpenter. These two gay guys had an act, and they sang. And sometimes that was the whole evening, was me and Dave. And so when Dave came here and started throwing watermelons off of a building, I thought, of all the things, here we are hiding from other comics to steal our jokes, and he gets a show and steals from the only guy he was working with while we were hiding out.
So you and Letterman were good friends.
I don't think he's friendly with very many people. He liked George Miller, and the two of them used to watch Leave It to Beaver in an apartment across the street from the the Comedy Store. I'd go over and see them in the daytime, and Dave just seemed to like Leave It to Beaver. He likes the everyday Midwestern. He almost kind of on his show says, we don't have a show, and isn't that funny? And no, it's not funny that you didn't produce a show. You're supposed to make a show.
In other words, the idea of going on TV, this is interesting what you're saying. The idea of going on TV and saying, guess what, ladies and gentlemen, I got a lame show tonight.
We don't have a budget. You don't have a budget.
You've got a budget. No.
He's got a budget, but he's got to use the people that are there, you know, the doorman. And Jimmy Kimmel does the same thing. Here's my cousin.
But Jimmy really doesn't have a budget.
No one's giving Jimmy a budget.
Here's my cousin. Here's my, you know, they're using people that are there and making an excuse saying, well, this is the average person. And you can't really make an excuse for not having a prepared, established, written show.
I see.
Isn't that what people pay for? Well, you got to be an entertainer.
So when you were a younger man and Letterman was a guy, a contemporary hanging out at the Comedy Store, and why was he friends with this guy George Miller? You say, like, in other words, why was he not friends with you? Were you just too normal?
I just never saw him being really friendly with anybody except his agent, Debbie Miller from William Morris. And she'd stand in the back with me and she'd say, if I could get him on the talk shows, I could get him to be the host. But he doesn't have enough material for a spot. And so isn't that nutty that
he would sit all day and watch Leave It to Beaver?
So you think Letterman didn't have much of an act?
Oh, he only had frying bread in Crisco oil. Debbie used to say to me, we're still frying bread in Crisco oil. He'd make fun of that commercial where we've just fried this bread in Crisco oil to prove a point. And I don't, and he'd talk about that. And Jay didn't have very many jokes either. He kept bringing out a hatchet. He said he came across a guy in an alley with a hatchet, and that was his biggest, wildest joke, because he used to do a lot of mom material.
Right, yeah.
And,
I remember seeing him in Washington, D.C. in 1980. I thought he was a very good stand-up comedian, Jay Leno. Made me laugh a lot.
You did laugh?
I did laugh a few
times. I don't know if this is bitterness or a real evaluation.
Oh, I'm an authority on comedy. I think I was a comedian in another life. When I met Jim Stafford, I was a chemical engineer. And I, for some reason, knew what he wasn't doing as a comedian and what I could add to his act. And I worked for him for 5 years. We got a summer show. So we had million-selling records. We had the first song about homosexuals that was on radio, My Girl Bill. The first song about drugs, Wildwood Weed. We had a 2 million seller, which was a big deal back then.
Let me ask you something, Gallagher. Leno sucks, Letterman sucks, Kimmel sucks.
No, I don't know. Jimmy's pretty funny.
No, Jimmy you like. Okay,
yeah,
good.
I think,
right.
Well, you said you laughed at Jay. I like Kevin, who is the delivery guy. Kevin
James?
Yeah. I'm 61. I can't.
Who's the worst stand-up of all time? Richard Pryor?
No, he was.
Oh, you liked him. All right. I think maybe you didn't like him. I just thought maybe you didn't like him. I don't know.
Plus he was a friendly guy.
Right,
he'd invite you over to his house,
and then he'd shoot you.
Did you ever do any coke with the guy, or
yeah,
you did?
You always would. If you go over to his house, he'd hold a court in his office and. Make sure you got some chicken, and there was always people that I've seen him pass out checks a lot.
Right.
Wow.
And he'd kind of hide it a little bit and then show them the amount real slow just to watch him be impressed. He was a very nice guy. He was friendly.
And you would do coke with him?
Well, he'd offer you Coke when you went to his house on Sunday.
Did he have the best Coke?
It was Sunday. Yeah.
Of course, he was a very wealthy man.
Yeah.
And who was going to give him bad Coke?
Right.
Right,
Richard
and
Pryor.
he was funny. He was funny and a decent guy. You know, a lot of guys, they just, they pretend. Like, see, I talk to all the stagehands, and so they tell me who you're not allowed to talk to. And
who? What comedian aren't you allowed to talk to?
Jerry Seinfeld.
Is Jerry Seinfeld a good comedian?
No, he's terrible. He was the 4th best comedian on his own show. What if you had a show and you didn't even get the bronze medal? I mean... And that one guy, he wasn't really a good stand-up. He was a funny. I could have had
Kramer.
Yeah, Kramer. I could have had the Kramer part. I can come through a door with a lot of energy, and he was in that club, and he wasn't an experienced comedian, I think, and so he didn't understand that club is a black club, is the one that he went to. Jamie Masada's club there, the Laugh Factory, is blacks. And he got insecure and started using bad language. And,
Kramer, yeah.
Yeah,
right.
and then, he wasn't skilled.
But to say Seinfeld is not a good comedian, I've heard very few people say that. I mean, they say he's so proficient at getting up in front of these crowds and talking.
And telling his funny little observations. He's not working where I'm working. I just got back from Sandpoint, Idaho.
Go ahead.
And you don't go standing up in front of 50 people, or 500, I mean. That was how much it was the first sellout they've ever had in Sandpoint, and that's what I do. These guys can't do it.
They can't.
No,
they can't sell out these Sandpoint
They can't
clubs.
do a show to average people that you have to entertain moment after moment to their face.
Do you still smash the watermelon, or you?
No, I didn't do it in Boise or Sandpoint, but I will be at the Blender Theater and
you will smash the watermelon.
And Lakewood in New Jersey. And then in the woods, there's a town named after that Indian, Jim Thorpe.
Yes.
Jim Thorpe I'm going to.
What about a guy like Jim Carrey? I heard he was a tremendous stand-up. Is he?
No, you didn't hear that. He's terrible. He was painful to watch because the things that you could do for a movie don't work on stage. We would stand in the back of the Comedy Store and just pain. It's just painful to see him do his little acts and his faces and his body movements.
Well, how about when he talks with his ass? He moves the cheeks back.
Well, would you do a movie based on a guy that's going to get in a tree and turn around and show his butt? I mean, where's the talent there? I don't understand Hollywood. Why you have to be a comedian to then get a serious role? They did it with Robin Williams. They do.
Is Robin Williams a good comedian?
No, he's a comic actor.
A comic actor, but he's not a good comedian.
You have to give him the jokes.
Okay, then Billy Crystal. You got to say Billy Crystal's a good comedian.
Yes, because he writes.
Right. Now,
okay.
Robin Williams, they give him the jokes? In other words,
well, he'll take them, or you can give them to him.
Is he a stealer? Does he steal jokes? Is that true?
Well,
I've heard that about him.
Heard it.
Yeah,
it's his only. I mean, that's what goes after his name. Robin Williams, comma, joke thief, comma.
You're saying it's on his resume, even.
Well, to the other comics, everybody knows he can take the part of your joke. I had a joke one time that I like to do at the beginning of my career about marijuana. I'd say, give your marijuana be good for old people. It makes the time go slow. Give your grandma a lid of Columbia and a ton of yarn. You get back an Afghan to cover the garage. Well, he saw me do that at the Ice House, and so then he did it on Dave's. Dave had a talk show out in L.A.
Right, Dave Letterman.
Yeah. And it didn't work. And I saw him do that joke on Letterman's show there.
Did you call up and say, "Hey, come on, it's not even worth fighting about"?
When Andrew Dice Clay came to town, he was doing several of my jokes. I walked up to him.
Andrew Dice Clay.
Is he any good?
Well, he reminds me of Spitzer. It was these guys that threw their life away. I'm making a list of the Stanley Cup of like the Bill Clinton Award.
Yeah, who's on your list?
You got to have Jimmy Swaggart and Jim Baker for throwing their life away, and Isaiah Thomas almost did.
Right.
And Mike Tyson, of course, had it going for him, and Andrew Dice had the world record for the most people to ever show up at a comedy.
And he threw it. How did he throw it away?
Well, he didn't. He wasn't a writer. He just had the little the little nursery rhymes. As
Did he
his
steal that
gimmick.
from you? Did you?
No. He had that himself.
Right.
And the going whoa in the character. He could have built that into something. I don't know why.
It all went away.
He let it go away.
He did. He self-destructed, is what you're saying.
All of these, and I would say that it's men that do it, except I do have some chicks from here in New York. Amy that shot the...
Amy Fisher.
Right, and then the skater girl that had Nancy Kerrigan whack. And then this astronaut chick who got
I don't know her
fell in
name.
love.
Yeah.
And,
this is like a quiz.
And showed up. And then Mama Cass and Karen Carpenter also, when you think about it, I mean, just a dumb way to go by eating and not eating is pretty funny. I know Mama Cass should have given Karen Carpenter the sandwich. They both be alive today.
Who is the most underrated comic? This Artie Lang? Do you know him?
I don't really know a lot of the comics now because I'm traveling on the road and I don't use an opening act.
I see.
And so I don't. I watch them on TV when I can.
Have you seen this Artie Lang?
So you know a lot of
the
established old guys.
Yeah.
Do you know any of the Saturday Night Live guys? We mentioned Billy Crystal. Do you know Chevy Chase? Do you know?
Well, I had an argument with Chevy Chase on the Tonight Show, you remember?
I don't. What happened?
Well, I did my little smashing act there. When I sat down, Chevy says, "Well, does all your stuff have little props to it?" As if to say, "Is that the only way you can be funny?" And I says, "Well, people like it, so you keep it in the act, and it's television, and you're supposed
visual.
to." It should be visual. I was always on with a guest host because Johnny, for some reason, didn't like prop comics, but he's a magician. Hey, what's the deal there?
Right.
I didn't get that. But so we had a little argument, and he said, "Well, in my opinion," I said, "Nobody cares about your opinion." But he's a comic actor too. He's not really.
He's not a stand-up comedian.
No,
he doesn't do
not.
what you do. You go in front of a crowd. You got to win them over.
And get a show. Do a show that has an ending and that has some dynamics. That's what I kept telling Sam Kinison. He would start loud, and it didn't go anywhere. I say, Sam, you got to build to that. You know, when you like using the bad language immediately, you've used up your surprise. It's not like I'm not going to say these words, but I'm going to save them for the right place.
So you are
a student.
You are a student of comedy, in a sense.
Yeah, I'm the smartest guy that ever decided to be a comedian.
What about George Carlin?
He's gotten bitter, but he's one of the best. I wish he wouldn't put a Pepsi on a stool. These guys don't need to have a drink. Anything that's in the picture has relevance. Why in the hell do they have to have... George Burns was 90 years old and sucked on a cigar and did an hour. He didn't need a drink.
Why do all the comedians need a bottle up there? Is it almost like a baby bottle?
Sissies!
Did you ever...
One saw another one, and it becomes a tradition in a month in America. Like wiggling balloons behind the foul shooter. Do you want to win the game because you're a better wiggler? If that's then you have to have the crowd come in for practice and wiggle.
All of these stand-up comics have a bottle up there with them.
And they cut the show up. And so sometimes there's a bottle that's full. Then sometimes a bottle's 3/4. Then there's another bottle. Then that bottle's on the bottom. George isn't used to using the bottle. I saw him. He did his whole show and never took a drink. And then right at the end when he was waving goodbye, he saw, oh, there's my Pepsi. He took a drink. He didn't need the drink.
He could have drank backstage.
Backstage, you're going into your dressing room. You got your Coke. You got your Pepsi.
You know, you make a lot of sense, especially from an editor's point of view. If you're going to chop up the special, it must be distracting to a
it's
genius
distracting.
Like yourself.
That's what I'm saying. Anything that's in the picture should be relevant.
So you've never used the bottle on stage?
My God, no, you don't need it. It's sissy. It's stupid.
You'll drink backstage when you're done with the show. An hour you can go without a drink. I go without a drink, sometimes 4 hours.
Yeah, you know those people on Broadway who do one-man shows, they don't have a bottle on stage.
Imagine if every actor in a play had a bottle with them.
Where is it going to end? There's such we have such a sissy country. Everybody has a luxury truck.
Right.
They can't just have a truck. You want to respect somebody for having a truck.
You're so right.
It shouldn't have a bed liner. Right? They got one now that has a little handle and steps to get up in the back. How sissy is that?
You know, Gallagher, you're a genius. Everyone knows it, and people can hear it by what you're saying today. And what you've said is incredibly honest. Most people in comedy will not say Seinfeld isn't funny. They will not say Letterman isn't funny. They will not say Leno isn't funny. You are not afraid to say what you think.
I think they're thinking it too. I don't think. I think they put up with what the networks give them on TV. And without, what can you do? You're going to have to.
But it must kill you when Seinfeld walks into a club. He gets a standing ovation before he opens his mouth.
No. What kills me about Seinfeld is he takes the money out of the market. Why, if he's already rich, why does he have to have a $75 ticket? What is he doing?
Why not give the people...
He already has a bunch of them cars in a barn.
Right.
Does he need some more money? Why doesn't he do free shows? Thank you, for doing it.
Why not say to the people who supported Seinfeld, here's a free show, or here's a show for $20 a ticket.
Or black people. Go in the neighborhood and give a free show.
To black people.
Right.
You're right. Who ever puts a free show on?
Upscale Pujo people are coming to see Seinfeld. And then Disney uses him because he's got this great bee idea. I don't know what the whole deal is.
Aren't you sick of the bee? Don't you want to
I don't know.
Take a fly swatter to that bee?
I don't know. Is it funny? Is it not funny? I don't know. Why Disney would pick somebody that doesn't relate to the average person. You're not allowed to talk to him. Like Barry Manilow, they had to make a tunnel so that nobody could even... You used to have to make a tunnel so that
you wouldn't look at him when he performed backstage.
He didn't want nobody looking at him.
Were you backstage with him at one point?
The stagehands tell me what.
They tell you the secrets.
Yeah, they tell me how many bands now have to bag the seats.